but he was able to take care of her. So it kind of
Lee,
it has its
Lee,
positives and its negatives. That's all I'm saying.
Lee. Most women want you to take care of them. This is not just a few women. This is most women. Even if they like you in the beginning, they eventually want you to take care of them.
Y'all
They're not just gonna
gotta
like
let
you
go of the
just for
word
liking
most,
you.
bro. Most
That's
is like
all
annoying,
women.
bro.
We
I'm
definitely
so
don't
sick
gotta
of y'all
let go of the
using the
word.
word
We
most.
definitely
Y'all
don't gotta
gotta
let
like
go of the
stop
word
using that
most.
word.
Hold
Like,
on,
No.
hold on. So
y'all use
we
that word
are
all the
dual.
time, man.
Wait a minute. We're dual streaming, okay? Let's yield to the voice that's speaking. Let's go.
So we definitely don't gotta let go of the word most. That's how we differentiate between the averages, most or minority. First of all, second of all, most women want you to take care of them at the end of the. Sorry, I might have got that wrong, but most women want you to take care of them, even if they like you in the beginning. Eventually, you're gonna have to pay to play. They're not gonna just keep liking you for nothing. They're not just gonna like you and be like, "Oh, I just like him so much." No, that's not most women.
That's all women.
Okay,
There's no
I
woman
know
that you can be
Blanche.
with.
I know you were up here before Cap, but I gotta get Cap on this because one, Cap is the reason why this is the exact title of the show because he light skinned and he told me this what I had to talk about. So apparently, I didn't have no choice. I was gonna talk about the WNBA, and he's like, no. I had no choice in
That's
this.
that light skin supremacy, Tommy.
Yeah, I was like, this is crazy. This is nuts. He said, "This is what you're gonna do, nigga." And I said, "Well, yeah, okay then." So that's what happened. But no, Cap, I gotta ask you about this brother because I didn't know much about him. But once you told me, I looked into it. Man, bro got some crazy shit. And the reason I say I think you could speak on this because there's a couple of brothers up here that got a wife. You have wives. Y'all see how light skinned niggas can be? I
Yeah.
can't one.
Period. Tommy, stop playing. You know you do it too.
That's what we do. Stop talking about air. We all breathe it. Now let's move on. Now, but you when you brought this to me, I looked this dude up. He said you should pay your wife $100,000. Nigga, you'd be out of $1 million a year. You'd be out of $1 million. Can you explain where he come up with something like this? You saw what I did. You see what I did? You said I put a number on it. Yeah, but go ahead. Why do you think somebody would say something like this? Got it. It was dead.
Yeah. Good.
It is. let me say I like the way you led into it because it started off where I'm listening to it and I'm laughing, I'm joking as you're talking.
Right.
And then you set it up to where like, no, nigga, I'm not joking. You can look at all these high value men and typically ass whoopings are coming along with it.
That's right.
It really is. If y'all think about what he said, name them. And all these men who have that, but then if you go back to what Melanin said at the beginning, she said, this ain't the first time.
No, it's not. Ain't gonna be the last. These some dumb bitches out here. Listen, these bitches will take an ass whipping for some money. That's what you're finding out. Because
I might take an ass whooping. I take an ass whooping for some money too.
Well, you probably let them hold your whole ass out, but that ain't the subject today.
Oh damn.
Damn, Cap, is we choosing violence? Jesus.
I might need to catch
That
Cap in the
escalated
ring.
quickly.
Cap.
Jesus. I'm gonna move
Catch me in the ring, Cap. Catch me in the ring, Cap. That ain't even funny. It ain't even funny.
I'm gonna tell you why I said that. Because as we talking about what women do, you put yourself in the position of women. Like, why would you do that?
I'm just saying. You said it's dumb to take an
said-
ass whooping.
now
You
you
said
say- I'm
it's
just
dumb to
saying.
take an ass whooping for money.
And you
Is it
said-
though?
and you
Is it
said-
though?
Right, but
Is it though?
was I talking about women?
Depends on how much money niggas
Wait,
fight
but-
every
no,
day
no, no,
and
no, no,
taking
listen,
for money.
listen. Was I talking about women though?
You was talking about women, that's
Right,
a
and
fact.
so you threw yourself in the ring with women. You like the nigga. What's the basketball player try to join the WNBA? That's you right now.
And it's cancer.
Enos Cantor.
Yeah,
And this cancer deserve praise. And this cancer deserve praise
and
for
he
what
said
he's
he
doing.
deserved praise.
And he
Look at him.
deserved praise for what he's doing.
Look at him.
You don't know when to quit. Throw in the damn towel.
And this cancer deserve praise for what he's doing.
That's
What we talking
diabolical.
about,
So can I
man?
get back to talk about the women?
Go
Or
ahead.
you want to be the woman? You the trans man on the show, a trans woman on the show tonight, or am I gonna get to talk about these women?
Right.
Which
Set
one?
up the match. Set up the match.
Oh, shit. What you mean set up the match? Y'all in the middle right
The match is,
Set up the boxing match.
he talking about a real life boxing match. Okay, Ray J.
Now he want to fight me because
CJ,
he
you
want to
already
be a
gonna
woman.
lose. You done lost.
Set up the match.
Yeah, he
All right,
want
give
to
me out the
fight me
middle.
because
Give
he
me
want
out
to be
the
a
middle.
woman.
You do like to
get
fight.
it. Yeah.
But
All
no,
right, you like
okay,
that fight.
I'll let y'all talk it out. But I want everybody to think about what was said.
Mhm.
And that part of what he said, it holds really true. Because if you listen to the stories, even the stories of what they say Harvey Weinstein did to them.
Right.
Yeah, you don't hear about no poor Harvey Weinstein doing that. It's a guy with money. All the stuff Puffy did, it's a guy with money.
Yep.
All the stuff R. Kelly did, it's a guy with money. No matter which one of these dudes you talk about, it is a guy with money.
Yep.
Now I know you can throw Blanche in the middle too, because I wanted to ask Blanche about this idea of how was he able
Blanche
to
got money.
get away? You can throw him in there with Cap. I'm just gonna throw I'm gonna throw it out there, and then I'll let them talk it out. I just want I'm like Deadpool. I'll just throw the shits to see what happens. I want to see what they think. Why do you think this resonated with so many women, Blanche?
Because they were getting pandered to, and he was basically telling them that they deserve the world without doing anything, and so women love that kind of rhetoric. Then when they saw the black eye, they was like, "Dang, she's just like us." And so I think that I just think that women at this point in the game, they're out of control, and these guys that do this kind of content on social media, they just feed into it, like the Derek Jacks, the Nature Boys, Brother Police, all these guys do all this. It's all not good. Good Morning Queens, the Hotel, all that stuff is cap. I know one thing: when a dude got some money, the one thing he's not gonna do is give that chick some money. Now listen, he might buy her a car, he may buy her some clothes, they may go on vacation, they may do a lot of stuff, but he ain't giving her no money. And I guarantee that chick, she said, if I make this move, just like Cassie, did he promise Cassie 10 million? But Cassie, guess what she did though? She said, if I make this play, I can get 30 million, 40 million. So his wife saw a better play. That's all. Trust me. That 150 that he was quote unquote giving to his wife, she never got that money. You ever see a pimp? A pimp don't never get a hose no money. He take them out to eat, get their nails done, get the hair, but he will never give them no money. Why? Because the money gives them access. The money would empower her. So if he gave his wife $1 million a year, she would lose her mind. And about that black eye, listen, let me tell you something. If you were a dude and he paying for everything and you got the best life imaginable, you should never get out of pocket. I'm sorry. So that black eye was a reflection of her mouth. I guarantee it, because I guarantee she said something to him and he didn't like it and he popped her. And it's just it. But back to black women, I just think that black women love this kind of rhetoric because it makes them believe they can get this quote unquote high value man without putting any effort into getting that quote unquote high value man. But at the end of the day, it's not going to happen because any man with value is going to have demands. Cap said he got 5 wives.
I got
guarantee
more than 5.
Hey, Cap, you got wait a minute. I just gave you the figure, nigga. I just gave you the number he got to pay a year. Don't you be cheating that man.
How many husbands do your wives got?
None. Me. Just one. Just me.
Man, that sounds crazy, man. Listen, okay, so Cap got a lot of wives.
That was
right?
wild like a motherfucker.
Cap got a lot of
Which
wives.
part?
Right?
Him asking if my wives have
No, he
husbands?
said what he asked you. What he asked you.
that
what
was
he asked
wild.
you, what he
Yeah.
asked you. But what I'm saying is,
It sounds
Cap got all-
unfair. It just sounds unfair. That's all.
What about life is when are men?
man, listen, man.
Men
Listen.
don't deal in fair, and you cut Blanche off because Blanche was kicking nothing but some real knowledge. I hated that. Do you see how quiet it was? The man was cooking. We were sitting here with our trays, ready to have him feed us. I'm sorry, chef.
And
And
this
he
is the
representing
problem.
dark skinned brothers too. You were doing well. Go ahead.
This is the problem with society is that men believe that men and women are equal. And so they say things like unfair and all this stuff. Women are not equipped to be out here alone without the guidance of a man, period. There's no such thing as fair for a woman. She needs to be led. She needs to be taught. She needs to be guided. But anyway, my point, Cap, was this.
And I want to
With
ask,
all your
can I ask something with what you just said? Because what
Go
you
ahead.
said was important, that women not be led. And I'm going to tell you what the problem is. They ain't got no fathers. That's the other problem. Like what we're saying is women are gullible. Social media is showing a lot of the stupidity of women and decisions that they make. And then they get on their Instagram and think because they cry, we're supposed to feel sorry for them. And now it's getting to the point, it's happening so often. If you're intelligent, and even some sisters, like the sisters on the panel, if you're intelligent enough, you're starting to see the pattern. The pattern is not the men. The pattern is the men that the women are choosing to pick. And all of them have a type. It starts with money. I used to remember when drug dealers used to beat their women, and then they would say, I'm not going to get women. Then another pretty woman gets with this drug dealer, and he beats the shit out of women. But money will make you do that type of dumb shit. And so we're just seeing it transcend from that type of environment to the celebrity type of environment. And it's only when they either, like you brought up with Cassie, she felt she can get a bigger bag. I bet you this woman that's leaving after these 8 years feels she can get something somewhere else. And so now they go to pull the sympathy card of the strings. And again, I don't think any of us is excusing what the man is doing. But I think we're tired of making excuses for crying women. Like your tears is just not enough. It got to be something more. Let's say if it would have happened 7.5 years ago, 6 months into the relationship, the first slap, she says, I had to leave him because of this. It would be more integral. It would be more integrity on her side because she didn't build nothing with him. She said from the first gate, I left because I don't want to be hit. But 8 years? 8 years of creating this content, he lying behind the scene, he doing all these things behind the scene, and you had no problem playing a role. So she was hired for a job and she's tired of doing that job. I just wanted to add that part. I know you was going to ask me a question. I just want to add that part with what you said.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this, right? So above money, because I know we think it's always the money, but more than the money, it's the man, right? So it's how she views the man. So like you have multiple wives, your wives look at you a certain way, right? And who you are is who you are with or without the money is my point.
Right. Correct.
So it's not necessarily the money per se, but it's the type of man that he is. With this guy Yada, his wife knows he's a fraud, so she don't really respect him. So it's different in his case because for him to have to put his hands on her, I guarantee she's talking crazy to him when nobody was around. I guarantee it. She was talking crazy. He's short. You look funny. You look like a Ninja Turtle. She was going off on him. I know she was. But my point is that it's really the man, though, right? It's the man. And so to me, women look at, okay, who is the best possible man I can be with? Before the money, before all this, because the guys with money usually are tricks and all this stuff. They're usually not upstanding guys, or guys with character. I'm saying that in your case, you have a lot of women that are your wives, but they look at you a certain way. I'm saying that most women cannot get the guy that is the top guy. They don't qualify for him. So he has a decision to make. Either I'm going to share this man because he's in demand, or I'm going to settle for another guy, a lower tier guy. Lower tier guy can still be a guy with money. It's just who he is inside is lower. But he's not really a man inside. And so I just wanted to throw it out there. It ain't always about money more than it is about who the man is.
I think you overtalked the point you made. That is very. I think I want all y'all to discuss it, and I go with you, Captain, and everybody else discuss it. He made a point, and I don't think anybody talked about that. If this woman sees that you're lying to these people to make this money, doesn't she now know where your fault is? Doesn't she know what a wormhole is? Doesn't she know that there are people inside of the Trojan horse? So she knows she could ruin y'all as y'all roll this horse in there, and she is gaining power every day you lie. Do you think these women are doing this? Because if you think about it, another person this happened to, is currently happening to, is what's his name? Used to be on CNN, fat guy.
Oh, had the freak booty tape.
Yeah,
I forget his name. What's the guy with the freak booty?
Roland Martin.
There you go. Nigga freaking off. Nigga freaking off.
So think about it. Aren't a lot of these social media guys getting caught up because the chick is sitting right there just taking notes about what you lying about?
And that's the setup, Tommy.
Talk about it.
That's the setup. So, and they come in so sweet. Okay, this how we doing it. This how we doing it. Okay, we lining up like this. Okay, you want me to say this? And the whole time, if a woman see weakness in you, and which men have to really pay attention to that. If that woman sees weakness in you, she will exploit it. She will use it against you. That'll be her empowerment, because when she don't get her way, I could just go online and just tell them about you. You on his roll, like you just like Roland Martin, whatever his name is. She said homegirl gonna say, yeah, you out there pretending you this upstanding model citizen. At any moment I could do this to you. And so they do it to get something in your pocket. You gotta damn near be like, say like, hey man, go do the shit, post the shit, say the shit. If you don't respond like that, they will continue to nick, and then he come to slap. And again, I'm not justifying it, but when you give that type of woman, there's a type of woman that hunts a man that she sees that weakness in, and then she uses that to empower herself, and she thinks that's her permanent meal ticket.
Cat dog.
That's a fact.
And you can expand that to babies.
That's a fact.
When they get that baby, that's their permanent meal ticket. And what can they do? They can then hold that baby over your head. What's the ugly bitch? The ugly light-skinned broad. Sorry. She ugly as shit now. Not ugly as shit, but
you nigga said sorry and double down on it.
Are you talking about Tiny?
No, she fading fast. The girl that Deion Sanders.
The girl that Deion Sanders. Brittany
Renner is like 34. I thought this girl was 44. 45.
In her 40s, had to be.
But when she was fine, what was she doing? Getting babies, manipulating, using her looks to manipulate. And so men, right? I wanted this podcast for men to wake up. Like, you're gonna have to get a way better hustle. Because they take, like, Yada, what is Yada gonna do now? He got to come up with a new hustle.
Because she straight up called him an abuser. That's like the first thing, like, whether he did this or not. And here's the thing, he might have not done it.
Right.
They're taking her side.
Right. And his audience is women.
Yep.
His audience is not fellas. Fellas is looking at this nigga like, look,
he alienated us.
Yeah, they looking at this bitch ass nigga, man. I'm making, like, imagine, like, you could have a good job but you can't afford to pay your woman 100,000, and women is listening like I got to get this 100,000. That's an unrealistic term, and you're teaching her an evil lesson because you're making her value be about money. That I ain't got to cook, I ain't got to do nothing, and then like, what is she doing? Like, I just don't get it. So I don't want to.
Not only what is she doing, nobody's still able to tell me what the fuck is she doing. If you're still paying all the bills, where is this?
What is she doing? It's just
Cap
pussy. It's just pussy at that point, Tommy. All it is, you're saying I'm paying. He said he was paying her $250,000 annually, saying that she was running a business. Do she look like she running a business? She ain't running no damn business.
I'll tell you what she was doing, man. Cap is 1,000% right. What she was doing was threatening him. Threatening him.
He said I was 1,000% right. Get that
right. She was sitting there threatening him. I will expose everything, nigga, if you don't do what I tell you to do. That's what she was doing. Sitting back with her feet set up.
That's where the smack came from.
Yeah.
You done came and told me you ain't all what you've been saying you is anyway, and done said something about what we was, and his initial reaction was, most people when you're being threatened like that, you back an animal into a corner, what are you gonna do?
He gonna attack. He fight. Yeah, he gotta fight.
That don't sound crazy though for men though. That don't sound crazy. Like that's because I don't think the majority of men is going to just attack a woman based off the fact that she got loud with him or said something about his hairline.
I'm sorry to interject, but somebody is echoing. Please mute up in between speaking. Sorry.
No, look, it wasn't a one-time thing. When it's with women, it's never that, oh wow, she said this one thing.
Never.
There's a buildup of what you have allowed her to get away with. It's just the same thing with children. Children don't just one day say something really out of line to their parents. It's a buildup, and you just kept letting them go say this, and they kept going with it. And usually when you do this, the person who's trying to hurt you is wondering why what I just said didn't hurt you, so they go a step farther.
I agree with you. I agree with you with that. I'm just saying, don't that make us sound kind of crazy though? If it's just because a woman is I would more think that men would walk away from shorty. I'm done with you, yo. I'm out of here.
You don't walk away from your wife in your house who you've been doing all this for. A lot of things.
Well, I'm not saying leave your house. I don't want you to think that.
Hold on. Who's stronger? A woman or a child?
A woman is stronger.
Then how many children then are subjected to adults who put their hands on them because they said something that person deemed was too far?
So what you trying to say? You trying to say that women do?
You're saying if we're supposed to be smart enough, if we're supposed to be smart enough at our age not to put our hands on another adult, then why aren't adults smart enough not to put their hands on a child when a child says something they don't like?
Yeah, but I never used the word smart enough, and I like that you use that word, but I never said that. I'm just saying that as a man, it doesn't make sense for you to hit a woman and so I'm looking at jail. Hold on.
I need to know, since you said it's not intelligence, what is it that's supposed to have us regulate or govern this emotion that we're having? Because you need to tell us what that is.
I mean, listen, you can look at it as intelligence. I see what you did there, but okay, let's go with what you said. No. Okay, let's go with what you said.
Canadian men that you're saying we're supposed to have that will stop us from doing this.
Well, I was looking at it as it could get you thrown in jail, but if you're looking at it, it's being smarter. I don't think you should be hitting a woman.
Hold on. People's first reaction don't really think about jail. That's why we have impulsive actions that people do.
But you said being smarter, right? Right, that would be being smarter.
Is that what you're asking us to be? I was asking if that's what you're implying. And that's why I told you, parents should be smarter too, shouldn't they? There's a lot of people who should be smarter.
I think I'm speaking to being humane. I don't think a man should be hitting a woman. I think that man is a coward, if I'm being direct with you. I think he's a coward, and usually those men, they won't. I just think that makes no sense. Before I hit a woman, I will be like, yo, get out my house. And if she don't want to leave, I'll leave for the week or whatever, and then it's still my crib. I'm not about to sit here. I'm not about to get in no issue with no woman, bro. That's not who I am. Now, if you're a man and you say something, you got 3 words to get off that's disrespectful. But I'm not about to hit no woman. Go ahead.
This is your problem. You're taking the constraints of what we have in society norms, and you're using that. When you think about the natural order of things, The natural order of things when it comes to the animal kingdom, when it comes to reptiles, mammals, whatever the case may be, correction is done by force, period. There is no, well, I'm just going to leave for a few days and let her cool off. No, ain't no lion going to leave the fucking pride.
Okay, but I just want to make sure. Stop right there. I just want you to wait. Are you advocating for men hitting women?
Let me finish.
Let him land, please, and you can.
Okay, but I just want to make sure, is he advocating for men hitting women?
He will tell you what he's advocating. Don't try to put a jacket on him, because that's what you're doing.
I'm not. I'm just asking him a question.
Let him elaborate. You don't have to break it down to have him say, so are you saying you hate your mama? You don't have to do that. Let that man tell you.
All I did was ask a question. That's all I did.
What you'd like from what he's saying, sir.
Infer
what you'd like from what he's saying. At least let him say it. Yes. Just go there.
So, like I was saying, the lion doesn't leave the pride to correct the lioness. The lioness is out of order, or the cubs are out of order. Then the animal corrects that cub and the animal corrects that lion. When I'm saying, when we're raising our children at the youngest of our children, we correct them with what? A pop or a pow. Why would that be different for an adult that is not in line with what the natural order of things are? If somebody is not following the rules in society, you go to court and go to jail. But it is our nature to correct the right way, which is to be physical to some degree as a teaching tool. If my son is touching a hot stove, I'm not going to stop and have a fucking conversation with him because he's 3. I'm going to correct him immediately to save him from further harming himself, because I'm not worried about what society thinks. So it's not about us worrying about the way that society is telling us to behave, because that's wrong. We should have some form of correction like we used to when society was a lot better off than what we're doing now.
Now you can talk to him about it.
Could I respond? Because I was muted. I guess the host is pretty biased.
Yes,
but
no, you just
I muted you because I asked you to stop. I asked you to stop over talking.
Bro, we literally are trying to have a conversation to where the man can finish what he's saying, then you can question him.
But I got cut off multiple times, but it's all right. It's all right. I understand where I'm at.
Brother, look where y'all at. Y'all are in the ring together.
Bounties are on. Hey, listen, I'll leave if you want me to leave. You don't have to bounty me. I'll leave.
Hey, man, are you going to ask the question, bro? Because you have the opportunity now as opposed to doing all the side stuff. Go ahead and just ask the question.
So I'll go back to what I was doing. I don't know why. Okay, so do lions have language?
To some degree, yes. They don't speak like humans, but they have language, yes.
Okay, to a level of a human. Let's be more direct.
So when you're talking about
just yes or no, dude. I don't
yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so next question. Is a human an animal?
Yes.
Okay, now, is a human a wild animal? Yeah. See, now you want to laugh.
Yes.
Answer the yes. All right, bro. I'm done. Okay,
yes.
I'll be quiet.
If you have a human that is not raised in society, what would that human be? What the fuck was Tarzan? He was raised by apes. He acted like apes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but we're talking about humans in 2026, and you went back to Tarzan. You're talking about a
human in society is going to be raised by society norms, like you.
Yeah, in society. So a human in society is a wild animal.
We can literally talk about General Barbecue.
Yes or no?
General Barbecue is today. He's today. What is he doing? Literally barbecuing human beings.
So you're saying that
people, you don't think that's savagery?
Wait, what is happening? Why are y'all comparing the average human? I thought, what about most? What about using most all the time? Now we're going to use Jeffrey Dahmer.
You didn't say so.
Why y'all keep cutting me off, bro?
Could a human be wild? And I said yes.
It's crazy. No, I did not ask. Could a human be wild? I love that. I said, is a human in society, like you try to put it, is they a wild animal like a lion? It's very direct. You're just not trying to answer it because you're trying to stick to the man side.
They can be. Why are you saying it like it's an absolute?
Because okay, so sir, you're comparing us to a lion and the nature of a wild animal. That's why I was trying to use that analogy. I do not agree with your analogy of trying to say, oh, look how nature does it. They usually go off of force. I heard everything you were saying. I was listening opposed to me getting cut off, but I've been listening, right? So I'm like, okay, but we're not wild animals. We are social animals. We have been on this planet for more than 1 million plus years, far beyond your religions predate, right? So when I understand that, and I understand that because we've been here long enough, we learn how to civilize ourselves. And I hear you saying things like, oh, compare us to wild animals, I get a little alarmed. What?
We are not civilized. We are savages too. What are you talking about? A woman just killed her children, just brutally murdered her children. Like Tommy just said, Jimmy Barbecue, Jeffrey Dahmer, there's savagery going on right now in the Middle East. What are we talking about? Women are being having their clearances savagely cut off. What are you talking about? Like there's no savagery in humanity?
I never said they were right. Like, yo, you're conflating though. I never said there wasn't though. I'm saying that we've been using most. Remember what y'all been using, the word most. So you're saying most people are savages. So yeah, go ahead.
That's why I said the natural order of things.
No, I never went to the natural order.
Is what you are going against. I said what you're going against, and you're trying to just put the civilized society that we're in here in America, you're trying to put that across all of humankind, and that's not true. That's what I'm saying. There are people that are being savagely murdered right now, and just because they're not in fucking St. Louis doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, and that man as a species doesn't have savagery. Is it
I never
wild?
said man doesn't have savagery. I never ever said that. I never said that. What I'm asking,
we are civilized. Real quick. We are civilized wild animals, brother. It ain't even that difficult. That's all we are. Are civilized wild animals. We are wild animals that's been civil. We are domestic. Can I finish? We are domestic wild animals. I mean, or we domesticated wild animals. We are domesticated wild animals. We are lions. We are lions that's been domesticated. That's all we are, brother.
We're like the tigers of Siegfried and Roy. We're like the tigers of Siegfried and Roy.
Yes.
Eventually, we're gonna do.
Okay, so listen to what you're saying. Okay.
Look at the savagery we've done with the nuclear bomb. Look at the savagery we've done with what man did to the Indians. Look at the savagery that literally you can go throughout mankind and see how savage mankind is. But it's a silly argument because I wish you would just tell him where you're trying to go with that.
And then he said, "Are we?" Then he asked, "Are we civilized and wild at the same time?" Like you can't be both. How you gonna be both?
Wait, that's what I just said. You just said that
we're civil. We became civil. We are wild animals.
You just made my point right there. He just now made my point. That's what I'm saying. He just said that we are civilized and wild animals. That makes no sense. Or else, hold on, just give me a second. You guys must not watch what a lion and what a polar bears do. We are not nowhere near close to a freaking wild animal. You guys are disrespecting. Oh my God.
Hold on real quick. Because when I was trying to moderate, you tried to call me out as if I was being biased. So if I'm supposed to moderate, I'll moderate both sides. Please allow for one person to speak and the other to respond. Tommy is streaming on multiple platforms. Shout out to Rumble and over on TikTok. Okay, let's have the conversation. CJ, go ahead, and then unlikely rebuttal.
We are civilized wild animals. We just became civil. That's all we are, brother.
No. We are savages, and we know how to turn it on and off. That's what we are. Do you realize that if you did something to my child, the amount of savagery I would unleash on you and your fucking family? That's not me being civilized. That's me being a destructive motherfucker that would ruin everything you know and love because of something you did to my family. Now, that's not what I want to do, but I have the ability to do it. That's what we're talking about here. It's not that we either are or we aren't. We are the superior species because we have the ability to turn it on and off. It's like a fucking switch. So you're trying to make an argument, and I don't know where you're trying to go, but as far as the whole savagery and wild animal thing, go on death row and look at the shit niggas have done. The shit niggas have done to children. The shit niggas have done to women and other men. That is fucking savagery, and that is fucking being wild animals.
Unlikely.
Okay.
Go ahead and rebuttal, please.
Okay, so we're still not having my conversation. We're having y'all conversation. You guys are doing what is called mansplaining, and that's okay. You're men, right? That's all right, right? But at the end of the day, I keep saying that it's not about us having violence or savagery that has happened. Overall, we are civil people. You guys who sit up here talking about you're such savages, you drive down your roads and there's a line, a yellow line in the middle of the road that you never cross. Savage, right? You go to your stores, you see a woman, but you're a savage like a lion, but you don't try to grab her and pull her down and do what a real savage does. But here you guys are, just to mansplain and make your point. You're saying that men are savages. I'm actually sitting here to defend men and saying that men are not savages. Women are also not savages. That's my only point. But for some reason, I'm getting cut off.
Hold on, let him rant. I have it. I don't need you to do my job. I got it. Go ahead.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying, like it seems. I just don't understand why we can't understand that men now are not savages. Like, why are we having this fucking conversation? Are you guys kidding me? Like, what are we doing? Whatever. If you guys want to say men are fucking savages, then you guys go with that shit. You run with that.
Well, hold on one second. If you could hold on one second. You're right. Why are we having this conversation? So since we're wondering why we're having this conversation, can we actually go to what your point was then? Because you're right. He's wrong. We aren't savages. What's the next point you were trying to make? Since we now agree that men aren't savages, I'm sure this was going somewhere other than you just trying to convince us that men aren't savages.
Yes, sir. Thank you for asking me that. And my point was, the only reason I brought that up because he was making it seem like as if we should be hitting women. Remember, he brought that up. He said that's nature. That's what my whole point was, is that I don't believe that that's the way men need to handle things with women. Very simple.
Lyric, go ahead and I'm sorry. Lyric, go ahead and speak.
I think my question would be invalid now because of, Tommy moved the conversation along. But I just wanted to ask the question to Unlikely why the point of just skipping over humans having immense propensity to commit heinous acts that would display savagery. And so I guess I'm just trying to figure out why would you avoid that? So I don't think that it was him explaining that we are beasts because we are, or that men are supposed to hit women. A human person has a profound propensity to commit evil.
Again, that wasn't my argument. My argument was leading to after he was making it seem like, oh, we're just like lions. That's the nature. The nature is using violence to correct something. And then that's when I jumped in and was like, yo, are we like wild animals? That's where we got to this conversation.
But
so that's all I was doing was trying to get an understanding that we are far beyond some wild animal that needs to resort to violence on a woman to be able to correct her. And if that is the situation, I would rather tell a man to leave than to stick around. If nobody can understand that, that's all I'm saying. I don't understand what's going on.
Well, okay, when you keep saying if nobody can understand, you want to be understood. And this is a lot of what women do. When they speak, they want to be understood. When someone's speaking to them, they don't do a good job of trying to understand. You kept asking someone to understand you, but you haven't done any of understanding what him or anybody else has said. So let me try and see, since you want to be understood, let's see if you try to understand me. He didn't say that's what you had to do. He didn't even say that's what you should do. He said when you take that completely off the table, which is what has been a part of mankind since mankind started, which is why you had the Civil War, which laid down the most bodies in the United States history. And this was all over them having a philosophical disagreement. That's it. And they had bodies out there in the field. Can you not understand that everything you're saying about how you should not, taking that off the table, emboldens the person you now just talked to? And when I asked you about children, you seem to understand that for some odd reason, these intelligent, civilized humans still feel the need to punish a child, not with words, but with physical violence. But once they become an adult, now I should take that off the table with someone who's 2 to 3 times more powerful than that child. So once someone who's 10 times more intelligent than that child, it should be taken off the table. Can you understand how that could harm the mentality of the man who takes it off the table and the woman who now doesn't have to worry about it happening? Because you just said, and I'll leave it with this. I'll leave it with this. Hold on, because you said men. You said a man, if he says something to you you don't like, you about to wear him out. So that threat would make a man think twice before speaking to you. You don't think the absence of that threat would allow that man to push you farther than he would if the threat was on the table? Go ahead.
So, well, I wouldn't attack him. He got 3 seconds. If he give me any type of issue, I walk away from people because my mom's always told me not to talk to strangers. That's the first thing, right? The second thing is that I need to ask you a question to clarify this. Are you saying that it should be okay and we should have a society where women are able to be hit by their husbands? I'm just trying to clarify that. I just need to know.
It's a simple answer. I think that all options should be on the table that human beings have taken through.
I mean, yes or no, though, Tommy.
No, wait a minute. You asked me to clarify, but then you want me to say yes or no to this when I'm telling you what the answer is.
All options. A vague answer, Tommy.
No. How is that vague? How is that vague? I just said
because I need yes or no. I need a direct answer.
First off, then, if you're going to address what I said when I said I want you to try to understand me, I said I don't believe in taking that option off the table. So I'm not going to let you keep on telling me you should beat your woman. I told
That's
you
not what I'm asking.
On the table. So then you got your answer because I said the option of doing it should be on the table. I said the option of doing it should be on the table. If you take it off, that person now knows a physical threat no longer is here. And human beings have gotten everything they got through a physical threat or either what? Circumventing it by lying. There's only 2 ways you get things from people in this world. And you're trying to act like it's something else. America didn't get America through what? 2 ways. Both ways, lying and violence. Those are the only ways they got it.
So you're saying the only way a man can keep a woman is through lying and violence. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
Keep a woman?
Yeah, through lying or get a woman, whatever you say, like how you use the America analogy.
No. You say get or keep. And again, these are very simple things. To keep the United States, how did they had to keep the citizens here? Through an understanding, which is why you said they don't cross the yellow line. They had to be understandings and laws. You had to have laws, and then once you had laws, you couldn't just tell people and then there was no punishment that came behind the law. Because if there was no punishment that came behind the law, people would break the law. They wouldn't care about it, sir.
I'm okay with a punishment, but I just don't think a punishment should be hitting your girl. And if that, I'm okay with a punishment, bro. I don't know.
No, cool. So tell us the punishment. That
I told you already. I've been told you. I am going to remove myself. That is a punishment to a woman. Do you not agree?
Well, no,
that's not.
Wait, hold on, sir. You said I will walk out of my own house and go somewhere else. So now, listen, is that not what you said?
We never gave parameters to what situation we are in. We never said if we were married. We never said if we were in a relationship. We never said any of those things.
But if you needed all this clarification, you shouldn't have offered it then. You offered it without clarification. So I'm repeating what you said.
Well, I never said anything about being married.
Sir, only an idiot offers shit without clarification. Then when they hear it back, need clarification.
No, that's not what just happened. I think you used to talking to people that like when they disagree with you, you think you have them already in a box, so you're putting me in that same box. But that's not what I'm doing.
What you said. I didn't do what you tried to do to me. No, I didn't add anything to it. I just said you said. If you didn't say it, say you didn't.
Okay, look. What I'm saying.
If you didn't say it, say you didn't. Please. That's what I want to move on.
I did not say that. What you said.
What did you say?
But we arguing over.
What did you say? What did you say? I only want to know what you said. What'd you say?
You talking about leaving your house and making it into some situation where, oh, you got to leave your house, right? I'm asking you, and you never answer my question. I'm asking you.
No, sir. I asked you, what did you say? Because I want to address what you said. You're not saying this. You're going to tell me what you said. Since you said I was wrong, you tell me what you said, please.
Tommy, what I asked you was a question, and then you answer it with another question.
No,
I asked you,
sir. What did you say a man should do? You said a man should do what?
Because that is just like I just now said, like that's a punishment. There we go. Because that's what you said. What's a punishment? So I said a man leaving.
So all I said was, I repeated back. I said, what's a punishment? You said what I said before.
You said so a man should leave his household. I didn't say all that shit.
I said, what did y'all see how this man is? This is fucking stupid. I'm only trying to repeat what he said so I will understand. You were saying that a man gets into an argument with a woman. She starts saying things he don't like. Tell us, please. So don't say what I'm trying to make you say. What should he do?
Okay, what he should do is a different question. What I would do, could I answer that question?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just trying to make sure that you're not throwing me in no trick.
Maybe Bubbly Blue is who you talking about. Tell me what they should do. Just tell me what some niggas should do. Please tell me what some niggas should do. Any nigga.
But Tommy, this is the thing. I don't care about what some other nigga. I don't care.
Some nigga, any nigga. Just give us a nigga.
No.
Wait. If you don't care, why you worried about what? If you don't care, why you worried about what Brian said he'd do?
Nah, see, now you trying to. Oh God, yeah, yo. So I don't care. Okay, let me say what I'm saying. I don't care about the next nigga. What I would do is I would be like, you want to trip? I'll walk out. That's what I'm doing before I hit a woman.
Okay,
that's what the conversation is.
Okay, stop over talking it. That's what you said you do. So now I want to explain. I want to talk about that. So you said that is a form of punishment. Tell me how it's punishing her.
Well, I mean, it should really be self-explanatory. I don't really want to dive too deep in it because then I'm getting in the way.
Somebody else, if you don't want to give me an answer to my direct question,
it's self-explanatory. You're a man. You should understand.
No, it isn't, sir. Please go play with somebody else then, since it's self-explanatory. Because you didn't want people to say it's self-explanatory when you ask
that to a man. That don't make sense, Tommy. You know that shit don't make sense. I gotta explain it to you. Come on, man, stop.
Do y'all hear?
Now he's mansplaining.
You literally are. It's self-explanatory to a man. You're not a man if you don't understand what I said.
Women on the panel, explain it to the women. There's women up there.
Thank you. The women were like,
I don't look to y'all too. It's self-explanatory. I should not have to explain that. I don't got.
How is a man walking out punishment? What if the woman wanted you to leave?
Whatever I say, y'all gonna try to argue.
So how is it punishment?
Hold on, let Lyric speak and you can rebuttal.
What if she wanted you to leave? So how would it be punishment?
Because if she want me to leave, then I never fucking come back. What you talking about? So if you wanted me to leave, then cool. I never come back.
You
I don't know
said
what
it
your house.
Punishment.
So you're gonna leave your house.
So you're not coming back to your own fucking house.
If my child asked me to explain the punishment to them, and I say,
hold on. Let the people in the middle have it.
To the men because they keep doing this. If it's my
no, we're not. No. Hold on.
That's what the cops is for.
Hold on, sir.
Sir.
Address who's talking to you in the middle. Lyric is speaking to you. Address her.
Everybody jumping in, like,
which is why I corrected it.
Like
so
talk to all over again, like.
Sir, talk to the person in the middle with you, please.
I'm just waiting.
Lyric, ask him again, please.
You still waiting for the punishment?
I'm waiting for the explanation of it. Because if
the explanation of the punishment?
The explanation of it, because if you two were in an argument and you say, hey, I'm leaving, why would she automatically go to that's a punishment? What if she's like, well, maybe
crazy is I'm saying I ain't hitting no woman.
Let her finish.
She just not asking me.
She wasn't done. I'm not biased.
What if her thoughts of you walking out was, okay, maybe he's going to cool down, maybe we're in an argument and he's coming back. So is the punishment her waiting for you to come back and you're like, haha, I ain't going back? Like, I just don't understand what the punishment would be.
Listen. If you cool with your man hitting you, just say that. Because this is what the conversation really is. The conversation with me is,
I have been with somebody for
now I'm getting cut
25
off.
years.
Let him finish.
Let him finish. Anyway,
Sir,
so like I said,
no, hold on. Let's get something established here, okay? If you're new here, right? We appreciate you for being here, but I don't need any assistance. Okay? So Lyric, let him finish, please.
I'm gonna be very direct with you, sweetheart. If you okay with your man hitting you, because that's what the conversation is. I'm saying I'd rather walk out before I hit my woman. If you okay with that lifestyle, then you teach your daughter and you teach every other woman that hey, opposed to him walking out and saying, yo, I'm gonna let it cool down, I'm gonna come back later, he should smack the shit out you, because that's what their argument is, and that's all I gotta say.
Okay, hold on. I gotta say something, please, if you don't mind. Please. Sir, if I tell somebody the best way to turn this water on is not to turn it left, if they then said, well, what's the best way to turn it on? You can't then say to this person, you a man, I shouldn't have to explain that. You should be able to explain to an individual, you said, you should take this off the table, especially when you say the words, that's improper. You said, there's got to be other ways to punish. And I said, well, what are the ways to punish? You said, I just told you, leave. Now we're trying to understand, how is leaving a punishment? You said, I ain't going to explain that to the people I just told the way that they're doing it is wrong. Well, I'll say this, since you said what a man is, since you keep doing this and you like insulting as you talk, only a fucking idiot would tell somebody who's asking them, since you say the way that I'm saying do it is wrong, what's a better way? They would tell you the better way. They wouldn't just keep saying, so if you okay with somebody beating your ass, we've established that beating ass is wrong, sir. We with you now. So you said a different form of punishment than beating ass would be leaving. Well, since we've never done that, because we used to beating ass, we want to know how that's a punishment, because we've never done it that way. You know, if I'd never eaten avocado, if you tell me that's a better form of protein, I'd want to know how it has more protein in it. That's all, because I've never eaten it. So we are savage niggas that love beating bitches' ass, but we're trying to learn from niggas like you who don't beat bitches' ass. Help me out, sir, and tell me how walking out is a better punishment. That's all. You shouldn't tell me I should know. You should know you talking to niggas that do not know. That's why we're asking.
Okay, so I don't have to tell you shit. There's a law called domestic violence. It will teach you.
He don't have to tell me shit, then you don't need to be up here then, sir.
See,
no, you can leave. I didn't talk to you. I didn't talk to you like that. Once you tell me you don't need to talk to me, you can leave. You can get the fuck out. You can get the fuck out. Go ahead, young lady. I don't know why these niggas is, let me tell you something, bitch nigga, hoe nigga, slut nigga. That's you. All that tough ass Tony talk about what you do to another man, you probably end up sucking a nigga dick if he sit up there and said too many words to your bitch ass. You's a hoe. Unlikely, whatever the fuck you are, you unlikely to be in a fucking house. That's why your ass on a park, bitch. You unlikely to have a fucking roof over your head, nigga. Now I'm sick of tired of motherfuckers coming up here acting like bitches. I understand a bitch act like that because she expect I won't fuck her up. But a nigga, I'm confused. So if you came to a place where we supposed to be having conversations and say you don't want conversations, leave. I'm sorry, y'all go ahead and handle it.
Shout out to everybody in the building across all platforms. Shout out to TikTok, okay? Remember to tap the screen for the engagement. The top goal is 50K. We do appreciate everybody in the building. Please remember to gift the host. Rumble, I see you in the building. Army Vet with the $5 Rumble. He says a little color in the chat. Always great to see Brian, CJ, Lyric, Melanin, and the regular panel members. We appreciate you for lighting the chat up. We also have some more over here. Also, Tommy, make sure you pull up the Cash App so we can recognize them as well. Juan Solo with the Rumble Rant. These 304s want the Yada package. No 50-50. All hands, though. LOL. And we have Stormtrooper Julian Caesar with the $5 Rebel Rant. He says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you as well, sir. Danny with the $10 Rumble Rant. Thank you. This ain't new. Yada been beating the Mario coins out of women. He was exposed on Facebook years ago for this. He was putting hands on his first wife, and this second wife knew this. That was valuable information. Thank you for that. And we also have Chris So Serious for the Rumble Rant. Thank you. Bro must have never seen a teen takeover. We also have Crispy Leg with the $20 Rumble Rant. Brian is right. The military taught how not only to turn the savage switch off, but also turn off the emotions that go with those acts. I have to control that. Switch every day manually. Thank you for that. And we have Juan. Obviously, he is unlikely to understand anything being said. LOL. Thank you for that Rumble Rant. We also have Mobingo 80. Tommy, you have patience as steel. And Brian, you was 100% on everything. Thank you. We have Juan coming back with another Rumble Rant. I suspect his girl is unlikely happy. That was cute. Thank you for that. Rumble Rant Hydro 3120. This dude on that stuff. Mobingo, thank you for the Rumble Rant. This is what not having a father in one's life looks and sounds like. Ouch, y'all coming for him. Juan Solo with the Rumble Rant. I can tell from his hairline. Damn. His thinking ain't never been straight. Y'all come for him over here on Rumble. We love it. Supervisor with the $20 Rumble Rant. He was a great demonstrator of a public school education. Ouch. Gemini Door, nice to see you again. Great show again tonight with the hearts. We love you, Gemini. Thank you for being here. Sun 2380, great show. Shout out to the Rumble Rants. We appreciate everybody contributing across all platforms. Tommy, any cash apps you want to recognize?
Yeah, I got Gerald Green. He gave me $50 for a drink, and he told me, kick this man off. I'm sorry, I'm just now seeing this. We're 5 minutes too late. Alpo Jordan said, open the good book of lies. Thank you for that. And thank you to Big Damu. He said, great show tonight. I appreciate that as well. And I think, yeah, that's it. I do want to let the young lady who she hasn't got a chance to speak, Lady CJ, is up here, and also Wilbur. And then I saw Cap wanted to jump in on this. I just want to say this to y'all. Maybe he's trying to take over for the Derek Jacksons and that guy. Like he sees a vacuum, a void. And maybe that's what it is. Somebody got to take these women need a scent leader. Don't they? And he's like, he put his resume out there. Because the stuff he was saying to me, it is completely insane for a grown man to come and debate other men and then tell those men when they ask him tough questions. Because you see how I walked him into a corner? You accept the fact that we're going to do this to children? You don't accept that we do it to women? Fine. If you tell us that you walked out your own damn house and a woman asked him, what if she wanted you to leave? Well, I'd just stay gone. At your own damn house? Go ahead, Lady CJ. Now say it where we can heer.
You're muted, beauty. We can't hear your beautiful self. Welcome back.
Because other than that, it just looked like you was now we can see with your lips, and I was starting to get a stiffy.
Y'all, don't get a timeout, Tommy.
Many of middle school jokes on my lips that I'm still not over. But I wish he was on here because I'm pretty sure you guys had explained it to him, but I believe, and I think it was like Andrew Tate kind of repeated the same thing that you said, Tommy, is like the only way you get anything done is through violence or the threat of violence. So it's not necessarily a man hitting a woman because he's like, oh yeah, you need to slap her. But even the way that the law is on the side of women, the law needs to be on the side of men. And I heard this pastor one time talk about, like, even when it comes to like infidelity on the behalf of a woman, they should have to go to jail. The man shouldn't be cheated on and then the women get half of everything. Amen. Even going to jail is a threat of violence. So like not necessarily slapping or hauling off and hitting a girl. I mean, which a lot of cultures do that. But even having the law on your side is the threat of violence, like you said, because nobody wants to go to jail, and jail comes with a lot of consequences. So the fact that he wasn't understanding that, I just feel bad for him, because men like him, they come a dime a dozen, and I'm telling you, these women eat your heart out. I mean, like, the game is cold, is what Blaine said.
A woman over here named Chana, she said she'll hit you without even thinking, knowing that you can't hear back.
I wanted to get in on that one.
Go ahead.
I wanted to say, I wanted to ask him. I'm sorry to budge in, but I wanted to ask him, what if the woman hits you? Are you still walking away? Are you still walking out of your house? What if she pulls a knife out on you? What if she tries to cut you? What if she won't let you leave? She's grabbing on your shirt. She's scratching you. She's doing all these different things, right? You say that's your punishment. So even with the comment he just said right there, y'all bugged out. No, these are legitimate things that we needed clarity on, but you wouldn't do it. They asked you simple. They was like, hey, what was the question? The whole thing.
Yeah, what's the punishment?
Yeah, what's the punishment? You couldn't even answer that, right? And we were like, how? Well, everyone should know. Everyone should know. That's the shit that bitches do. You should know. You should know how. I like a bitch. I got fucking telepathy or something.
You shouldn't tell her. A real man would know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they deserved it, radio.
And I just couldn't understand, why was he excusing women being emotionally unregulated, but not men? And then just avoiding the fact that people there's an evil switch that lives inside of us. And
we all have it.
And to avoid that,
we had to turn it on in Iraq.
Yeah, I mean, and to avoid that, it just makes no sense. I mean, even the Bible says our first thoughts are evil. So why are you missing that? And that's all I was asking from him. Just explain yourself.
Look at what we did to Japan.
Yeah, all
to
y'all
see if this thing worked.
I mean, Tommy, just think about what on a daily basis, the evil that I see, and people are like, "Oh my God, this is unimaginable."
Look at what we did during COVID
last week.
COVID, they shot people with something, and we have no idea what it's going to do to them now.
Right.
We don't know. And they gave it to them just for
everybody's lungs up. Their people's lungs were crystallized. Their lungs in their intestines. Everybody that I cut open, crystallized lungs, crystallized intestine, hardened organs. How your organs get hard? Where did that even come from?
How about this? During COVID, the autonomous zone. It was fucking savagery. In just a matter of days, people were getting raped, killed with no judge or jury or no law or anything. They immediately went back to savage behavior in a matter of days. It was one of the most unsafe places in America.
Even when it gets too hot in Florida.
I've been waiting for Cap to say something, because he's been wanting to say something for a while. Y'all, we're trying to be TikTok friendly a little bit. I'm probably going to tell
I was about to ask you, Tommy, how you last this long on TikTok, because mine, I did a class last week. They kicked me off, man. But I think, like what's my good brother Brian, the way he was breaking down the violence and the lying and all that stuff was good, and Tommy's stuff was good. But really, I would have just harped on how he was doing all of that to give women a pass for their bullshit, because that's what this whole conversation, all it is, he's just like Yada. That cat is just like Yada. What he's essentially saying is, no matter what a woman does, walk away. And that's the worst lesson that you can teach a woman. It's a horrible lesson, because when you teach a woman that it lets her defense down to where she gonna get fucked up at some point. Somebody gonna hit the shit out of her because she's walking around without a barrier. And so she's walking in everybody's face. She's snapping off, doing this, saying this. And when somebody pops her, because she was never taught that somebody might pop you or somebody might say something to you that you might not like, is now she's shocked and appalled by it. Like, men like that do a far greater damage, because a father would say, be careful what you say out there in the streets. Be careful what you do.
To continue on that, what you're saying, I'm looking at I know I'm saying Shana.
Her name's Kanai.
Kanai. Well, if Carl can, so can I. Listen.
Off the dome.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I do want to say this to you, Cap, because Cap has more experience with being able to juggle multiple women and do it in a successful way than most men can actually say. I give you credit, Cap. I'm envious and jealous. I ain't gonna lie.
I appreciate it.
But I want to say this though. Why is it more women when you see Lyric Speaks, CJ, Melanin, Kanai, they're actually being more tough than this guy? Like, I think women, when you said those women who aren't corrected and don't have fathers, or the men who don't have fathers, those women start to now lash out at all these men. I think a part of why they're lashing out is they want someone to rein them in. Because once you do it and you're like, wait a minute, I hit this man and he did nothing. This woman now goes farther and further because she's actually looking for the correction. And
Right.
you hear these women, you see them on the panel, you see them over there. They're actually saying, we don't actually want guys like this. These guys who are saying we're goddesses and all. I think they're pushing back against that. Have you seen this even with your wives where they're saying, okay, what these dudes are saying is stupid? Because they think they're selling women the dream they want. But I think the women are pushing back. What do you think?
I agree with that. I was actually talking with one of my wives this morning. I didn't even know she knew of the dude, but her sister used to send her videos. And she said, I saw one video and I knew I couldn't watch him no more, because she's listening to him pander to women and know that that's a recipe for disaster. And so I think you're right. Women are looking for like real leadership, and they're starting to see through the game of the money that you have, of the hustle, of the finances. Like, even like if you're a celebrity in any capacity, you have to have actually more than that, because if you don't have a foundation, if you lose that money, if you lose whatever got me to you and it didn't have no root and foundation, then what do we have? So if I'm gonna commit to you, I'm gonna commit to you. And that's also tells you about the women, because this woman that left Yada for 8 years, you think she looking for a grounded man? Hell no. She looking for another Yada. That's what she looking for. She looking for another comer. What the fuck can she do? What was she doing for them 8 years? You think all of a sudden she educated? She knew, like somebody had pointed out that she knew rather that he was a woman beater before she got with him. So she knew the game when she got into it. And women like,
he's been doing this since 2021. We 6 years in the game.
Yeah. So there's no way that now she's gonna change and now she's gonna try something different. So the women on the panel and women like you say that I interact with, they're looking for a more foundational man or a grounded man that is like, he can have money. They don't want no dumb nigga. They don't want nobody that they don't have ambition, but that can't be what they are. They got to be who they are, even if they're not at the spot that they want to be.
Young ladies.
Cap, can you address the comment on the screen for me, please?
Somebody paid you for that. Cap, do you rent out your? No, why would I do that? I ain't no damn pimp. Them is my women. I'll beat the shit out of you for a day, though. If you ever was to come around me, I will beat the living shit out of you. You come right around where I'm at, you'll find out. I'm 6'5", 250, work out and can fight. And you'll find out. How about that?
I'm 5'11", 250.
You still owe me.
How about that?
You still owe me a match, Cap.
You willing to get in the ring with Cap?
He wants to get beat.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of Cap, Tommy.
CJ swear he a boxer. CJ swears he a boxer. He said he is.
I fought fantastic. He's 6'5", 270.
But did you win?
I won.
No, I gotta see that. I ain't see that.
I'll send it to y'all.
The brother be on the live.
Yeah, the brother be on the live.
Oh yeah, send that to me. I like to check that out.
I like to see that.
Right.
Because
and I far ahead.
Tall don't necessarily mean you're gonna win.
I'm 6'3" too. I ain't small.
Listen. He said I like the fact that the brother willing to fight, because again, as men, the idea that he willing to just step in the ring and sharpen his iron, I respect it, because he ain't just saying,
ain't
just
wrong with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Man.
Even Cap showing him respect for that.
The crowd is saying CJ won, so.
Nah, that's what I believe in CJ. Let me say this. I respect CJ. CJ ain't lied to me yet.
Mr. Fantastic, if you in the building, hit the link.
Did you get beat up? Okay.
They said, did you get beat up? That's crazy. He said, did you get beat up?
I seen Mr. Fantastic fight. You know, he got a lot of improving to do.
Wilbert. All right, just remember, all y'all wanted that smoke. Tommy, go ahead and take that shot for that $50 ball from DB Loke Soldier. We appreciate you for the $50 Rumble rant. Sun 2380, great show. I mistakenly sent $1 when it was meant to be 20. Thank you for correcting that. Curio, I sent a $50 cash app. We took care of you. Curio back again. Since you were 5 minutes too late with my cash app, can I pre-order that 50 on the next jackass? I'll leave that to Tommy's discretion. You have been approved. Okay. Sock Mess, thank you for coming through with the Bitcoin. We appreciate you. Those guys also end up beating their women behind doors because they snap when they realize every woman took advantage of them before. Ooh, let's stay right there. Tommy.
That's what Cap said. Cap said that money he talking about come with an ass whooping.
That's it. It's 10,000 a slap. That's what that 100,000 represents. Slap, 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 slap. That's what it's for.
Learned that.
What did the five figures? What did the five figures say to the face?
Say to the face.
Unity.
I don't feel sorry for this woman, man. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry.
I want y'all to talk about that. Free Blanche. But then I do want to, when I'm top talk about it. But Blanche, he said something that they are going to find controversial. But because he light skinned, he might be able to get away with it. But I know I want to ask. He said, I don't feel sorry. Right. Do you think that's something that we as men need to start saying more instead of being like that guy who says, let's protect them and put a bubble around them, even when they act stupid and get out of line? Because Brian said in the animal kingdom, if that lion cubs decided to walk out of his perimeter, they might not make it back. And you know what that lion does? He don't go out to exact revenge. He says, that's what happens when you step out of line. Right. He has to be able to say that. Am I lying?
No, we don't feel sorry for kids when they get hit.
No, we do. That's the problem. Maybe you don't, but I'm saying we do.
Not if they bad. If they doing something bad and they doing something bad and they in the
teeth on.
Do not reflect on the
panel. No, I'm saying if the kids are being bad and they acting up, and we see their parents discipline them, we normally don't when they child doing something out of hand. And the parents teaching them boundaries.
Stop trying to elaborate on mine. Mine was very simple. Now you're making it worse. You're making us look bad. Okay. Don't do it. Blanche, do you think there's something to what he's saying of where we should not feel sorry for these women who that woman chose that man and chose to know he was lying and helped him tell them lies?
No, we shouldn't feel sorry for most of these women, but it's in our nature to feel sorry for them because we have the nature of God and they have the nature of Satan. So it is difficult. It is difficult for us not to care about these women, even though they do all this stuff. It's just in our nature to do so. But I don't feel sorry for her because most women, it's a failed attempt at getting over. So she couldn't get over like she wanted to. It failed. Now she wants to be a victim. If she's crying, she lying. When women cry, it only matters if she's in a closet somewhere by herself crying. If she crying in front of you, she lying. So, but I will say, even in my advanced stage in the game, I still find myself having compassion for these women, and I still sit back and I talk to God and I say, Lord, why do I feel this way? You know, I really want to give them a backhand and put them out on the track, but you know, something is telling me, Blanche, don't do it. So I understand, but more men have to. It's sad. We got to go against our nature to deal with these women, though. That's what's crazy. Like we actually got to go against the heart and compassion that we have when we actually got to cut it off and let them go out into the wilderness and suffer.
I can see Blanche on the cross right now and saying, Lord, please take these cups away from me, but not my will. Oh, man, because these cups, boy, because Jesus talked about that cup. He didn't want that cup passed to him. He said, if he could pass this on, I would like to not do this, but my will, but your will, not my will be done. Let's go with Melanin and ladies on the top. I got to ask y'all, do you think he really made a point when he said, it's kind of in men's nature to feel sorry for women and children because of who we are, even with times when we probably shouldn't. And then I ask, do you think women use that against us because they know it?
Man, you took my statement. I was going to say, of course it's in your nature. You're my protector. It should be. You wouldn't be a good protector if it wasn't. It's unfortunate that we abuse that right and we take advantage of it. Lyric?
I do agree with what everybody just said, but I also have to say that two can't walk together unless they agree. I think when you set the stage of being a manipulator and then condone the woman having those same actions, you cannot get mad at the consequence. So if that you set the outcome up to be that way. So regardless of if you have the comfort aspect or you have the ability to care over the woman, you did not display that. So you set the stage for her to go ahead and act the way she acts. So if it spilled down on him with the tears and him losing everything, you accepted those consequences when you asked her to lie and scheme with you.
Lyric must have watched my therapy session.
Lady CJ, Brian, and then Corey. Sorry, lady.
Oh no, it's okay. I actually thought it was refreshing that he said, "I don't feel sorry for these women." Mm-hmm. I think men have been psyoped to feel sorry for the mass amount of women. And to me, it's very communistic and very socialistic. The Bible is very specific about a woman is supposed to listen to her own husband, or so you are supposed to care for the women that you have authority over, who have come under the protection of you. But feeling sorry for massive amount of women, not understanding the what they bring to the table is what I believe have allowed women to just kind of, manipulate you guys. Like, you're not supposed to hold her groceries. You're not supposed to pay her rent. Like, no, you come under the subjection of my protection and then the benefits that come with that. But that's even in the Bible, like that's even in the Christian faith. Like, you come under the will and provisions of God and you get these. And women are so used to just getting with no give, and you can't continue to do that. So men really need to start saying, sorry, Cassie, sorry you got kicked in the face, but your rent got paid. Like, don't feel sorry for these people at all.
Yes.
I gotta say one thing. I'm gonna let you go to you, Brian, but I gotta say one thing. Cap has a saying, and I always liked it. I don't know if you remember it, but Cap, you said, with my with my protection comes what?
Correction. With protection comes correction. There's no way that you can be, even like, and the crazy thing is men will know that what we have to correct. Women don't have a concept of correcting shit, especially if a man tells them. And what I like to do, and I like that the sister brought up the Bible, because I'm one that adheres and follows the Bible and believes that the head of every woman is the man. If I'm the head of you, I correct you. I tell you what to do. Don't go here. Don't do this. Don't listen to this. Don't listen. And it's all for your protection. The Bible says where there's no hedge, the possession is spoiled. And that's what we're seeing with these women, because even the men that they're choosing are not protecting them, because they beating the shit out of them. So they're not getting the protection where they're going, and then women don't have the structure to see the danger. They're almost like a public park bench. If you go to a public park bench, anybody can sit on that bench. Anybody. But now imagine if you go to that bench, that park that you got to pay a fee to go. Now it's protected. You got to go through a gate. So you can't sit on that bench until you pay this fee, until you abide by these rules. You got to dress a certain way. So if a woman wants to stop being a public bench, she got to go where she can be protected. And that's what the man is supposed to provide. I land right there.
So the thing that I wanted to point out is being in law enforcement, going on a domestic violence call, man has literally beat the shit out of his woman. And that woman called the police. Police get there, and what do we do? Okay, he beat you. We can clearly see busted lip, 2 black eyes, so he done told your ass 3 times. We go to arrest him. She loses her fucking mind and attacks the police. that lets you know how and why that should be, because it's out of order. Women want correction, just like children want structure. It's the same concept. We are just confined by, we have perverted our society to where we're saying that that's something bad or that's something wrong. However, if you look at how men operate, and if you look at the just and the love that men have, yes, there are some that will abuse, but in most part, men are going to be compassionate enough to say, well, I ain't gonna kill the bitch, but I gotta teach her a lesson. So it's like when you go through that and that woman then gets that correction and she understands, she's now better for it. It's problematic when a woman hasn't been taught that throughout her life and childhood, when she didn't grow up with that type of structure, with that hand of correction. That's when it gets out of hand, and that's when it becomes something of a dysfunction, because now she's acting out to get that exchange, like we were talking earlier about. That's how she likes to interact, because she feels love and connection through the physicality of fighting. But that doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just that it's perverted in that instance. But for the most part, with our children, when we correct our children when they're young, pop on the hand or pow, whatever the case may be, light spanking, whatever you want to call it, when they get older, all you need to do is say the words. All you need to do is raise your voice. The inflection of my voice with my children weighs very heavily in my house. I just so happen to have a woman who is in line and in alignment with me to where I don't have to spank her, unless we're doing something different. But
she might want me.
That's a whole
and that's when you can't take Brian nowhere.
I'm questioning. Sorry, Car.
You gotta have that. That's why I was trying to explain to him that that's why it is something that should be okay, but because of how society has perverted it and made things to where we can't raise our families and we cannot lead our women the proper way, that's why we have all of this discourse, and that's why we have all of this misalignment.
I'm questioning though, do women really want correction? It's my question.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, a woman raised, I apologize, a woman raised correctly, she ovulates off the idea of correction.
You said raised correctly.
Oh, wait.
Most of these women are not raised correctly.
Y'all gotta let that sizzle in your spirit. Can you say that?
But wait a minute. She said
she just say it. Listen,
let the woman, he right, Cap like me. Let that woman say, let that woman say it again.
Say that again, man.
I said yes, a woman raised correctly.
Put on a big screen.
Ovulates off of the idea of correction. A woman raised correctly.
She's smiling right now. She's smiling on the inside right now.
Look at that.
What if she's not raised correctly is my question. What if she's not raised?
I'm talking about she's not raised correctly. You have to ask yourself why you're over there.
Most women are not raised correctly. Most of these women are not raised correctly. So I'm gonna throw
CJ, let me throw one thing at you. If you listen to what she's saying, and I think that's why Cap said he like me, tell you, hey, y'all need to let some shit marinate your soul. Stop talking fast.
Yeah.
Listen to what she said. You need to let that marinate your soul. Even women who weren't raised correctly, is something in them that draws them to that. Whether it's a pimp, as Cap said earlier, whether it's a dude that's whatever it is, they're drawn. And matter of fact, they're disgusted by that guy who thinks simping is getting them. You're not getting them. They're taking money from you. Right. They didn't respect you. They understand that you have a resource they need, but they didn't respect you. And it came out when you least respected it. And that's why you mad. That's why you're jumping off a building. That's why you're doing all this stuff, because she never respected you at the beginning because of the way you came at her. It didn't sit right in her uterus. It didn't sit right in her vulva. Right. It didn't sit right in her fallopian tubes. Cap, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I know what you're talking about too, Tommy. I know what you're talking about, my brother.
Right. But she even said it herself. She said it herself on the show plenty of times. Thank you for correcting me. I've been corrected. That's how she was raised, so she knows that. But on the other side of it, she's not going to be the one to provoke you to whoop her ass. She won't do it because she's
That's the
aligned
difference.
with that.
Yes, that's the difference, CJ. Listen to what you're saying. That's the difference. See, the woman who was raised with the father knows I don't have to go through the fire to understand it's hot.
Right.
The woman who wasn't, she needs to feel the flame. She wants to feel the fire. Yeah.
She got her pow-pows when she was little. So now her pow-pows are only for recreational purposes.
Amen.
I think y'all
Lyric,
correct.
hold on. Let's Lyric's trying to get in there. Go ahead.
I just think that also, I just wanted to add to it, whatever the man, the head is subjected to, submission to that, and that man automatically falls in line. So if you are leading and you are with that woman, it is biological for her to automatically submit to what you're submitted to.
Right.
So if you are submitted to chaos, you're going to get chaos from her. If you're submitted to, correction and God and all that stuff, she's going to automatically submit. So submission is automatic. And I think that a lot of men are trying to force it, especially on women that think they don't want to be controlled, but they're failing to realize that they are interdependent. And so with that interdependence comes that biological merge.
Real talk.
Well, I think a lot of the men, and I don't like to correct men, so I'll throw it at you guys being men. Like a lot of these men are not equipped to lead. Like you said, Tommy, they've seen simps, and and the women, they're getting psyop 24 hours a day. Like everything is telling me I'm a boss babe, I'm a boss chick. Girls can do the same thing that boys can do, and these men are starting to believe it. Like, how do you get these men to be equipped to lead?
But you remember, ladies, CJ, after you said all this and those women have won all these battles, they are more depressed now than they ever were in history.
Yeah.
Studies show it. So this is an unnatural, go back to what Brian was saying, it's an unnatural alignment. Why is it a guy like that who was up here would try to tell us we're wrong for talking about what is a natural alignment? Nature is something, don't they always tell you to go outside and touch grass?
Yeah.
Why is it that these women even understand you need to get in touch with your nature, but fighting real hard to get you out of it? Because a woman wants to see what kind of man you are. I really think this is biblical, and it goes all the way back to Adam. A woman wants to see what kind of man you are. Your job is supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, look at the story of Samson. That woman was only testing him to see what kind of man he was, and he finally broke down and told the secret when he was supposed to stand up and be like, I don't care how good that cat is. I'm not telling you this because I'm not supposed to tell you this. All stories tell you about a man getting not aligned with his nature, which is, I don't have to tell you this, lady.
Right.
At a certain point in time,
Lyric.
I'm leaving. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Tommy. Lyric, can you address this?
Yes, so I'll absolutely address it. So the automatic switch comes in when defiance has been eliminated. And so it is automatic, but there is a defiance factor that all of us are viewing right now in women. And now, like Lady CJ brought up, in a lot of men too. So when you have this defiance, what is supposed to naturally take place, like it did in the garden and everywhere else in the Bible, it's not taking place anymore. So that's why I use the word automatic. But if you hang off of that word and not understand everything else that is going on to disrupt that, it does seem like I would be telling a lie.
But God is showing us. And if God ain't showing you, look at what's happening to men. When you don't lead by what you know and you do what she tell you to do, when has that been successful for a man? That he says, you know what? I'm going to let you lead. I'm going to let you tell us how we should run the household. I'm going to let you. When we decided that women could get the right to vote, look at how many weird things got voted in. When we decided, think about it. If it's now, the women of the WNBA don't even know what to do with the newfound fame they have. They don't know if to describe what the W means in WNBA. That is insane. A woman tried to fight a dude because he was wearing a shirt that said, women are adult female children. Adult females. That's all he said. She tried to act like she wanted to fight him. Well, in the real world, back in the old order of things, she would have known there was no protection of someone holding him back.
She'd have been receiving too much D to be worried about. You know, the WNBA problem is they don't want enough D. They want too much P.
And they've told them that it's cool for them women. And then to let you know that they understand. Well, hold on one second.
Who's doing that? Please mute. Between speaking, please mute.
To let you know they understand the natural order of things. If women didn't, why is it that when they are women and they get with a woman because they want to defy the natural order of things, they get with a woman that pretends to be a man?
Right. That's crazy. That's how you know they retarded. Excuse me. That's how you know they slow. They took the short bus to school.
Tommy, you bring up a good point about being depressed. The whole Lindsay Clancy situation. When I listened to the guy's testimony, Blanche, and I was seeing like the guy looked like a real soft guy. He paid for everything. He worked from home. She didn't have to work. He gave her literally everything. He was helping taking care of the babies and doing everything. And she was on SSRIs, depressed, and then she ended up unaliving her 3 beautiful babies. Like, this is the results of men basically saying, okay, well, what do you want? I just want to make you happy. I mean, like, you should hear his testimony. It was almost disgusting, but I don't want to disparage him in his time of pain. But he was like on the stand.
His pain was so much that he went and got a new wife. But go on.
Yeah, no, but he was on the stand saying, I didn't know how to make her happy. I just
he didn't try.
Y'all talk about that crazy white woman that killed the kids? That's what
he did, and she did. She did work. She worked as a nurse.
Did you see how the white women?
She didn't have to work.
The white women are saying that he did her wrong, the same way they did the woman in Texas who drowned her.
They even trying to blame. If you look at TikTok and the crazy shit, they even trying to blame his zodiac sign. These motherfuckers are sitting there talking about his zodiac sign because he's a Gemini. He did it.
That's the problem with women. No accountability. That's the problem with women. No accountability.
That's why these dummies will ask you. Let me tell you, that lets you know how unsure women are of having power. They actually will ask a man, what's your zodiac sign? They don't even know how to judge men. They ask men to tell them exactly what they need to screw them up front. I don't want no man who got children. Well, if I want to get in between your legs, I'm a lie. I ain't got no kids. You do no research. You let me beat your back out. Then you find out I got 8. And when is the last time a woman said, I don't want a man who don't do, and she did research on it to see if you actually did? They never do.
Never.
They want you to protect them. They know they can't. I'm telling y'all, if y'all watch what women do, they always tell you some man lied to them. That means they don't have the ability to do. What do men do?
No, not men. You saying singular. Men lie to them. It don't be man. It be men lie to them.
But what do men do? Like if you, Cap, the women you say are in your life, anything that goes wrong, people are going to, you know this before you brought any one of those women in your life. If they do anything wrong, who's going to get the blame for it?
I am. Even if I did, even if I'm not like, and you know what's crazy? Men will actually take their responsibility if a woman will listen. The man really don't have a problem being the wrong. They got to take the wrong because he looks at it like he's protecting his woman, but he don't want to do that for a woman that ain't listening, ain't obeying, and all. Because she's not built to handle that pressure. We are built to handle all pressure. But when a woman beats him down, it's like, why am I going to take this pressure for this motherfucker when she beating me down when I'm taking this and we know this is her fault? I mean, and there's tons of examples of men doing that. Chris Brown had to do it with Rihanna. Bow Wow had to get ridiculed when that woman was beating the hell out of him. So we can see story. Ray Rice ain't played football because his woman spit. Tigger is another example. Tigger trying to get his goddamn phone. And this woman got her gay son filming. That son is a piece of shit, if I could add, because if his mother was really in danger and you filming instead of beating the shit out of him, what does that say about you as a son? That means filming.
Marcellus
Wiley just got released. Now, the whole time, and all because she claimed his finger, like his finger being in the face means he has to go to jail. No, so yeah, a man will take the brunt of the responsibility for a woman that's worth it. And what women got to realize, the man is the prize. The woman is not the prize, because the benefits of what a woman gets from a man far outweighs what a man gets from a woman, because the responsibility is greater. The taking care of is greater. A man will be satisfied if a woman just shut her mouth, make a fool, and just look pretty sitting down, take care of the kids. A man satisfied with that. A man will go and conquer the world for a woman that'll just shut her mouth. I remember D.L. Hughley said he gonna write a book and it's gonna be 500 pages. All that shit is gonna say shh, for love, every page.
Hey, Kanai said, and Kanai DM'd you the thing. I don't know if you're getting it or my message. I DM'd you the link so you can come up here and talk with us. But she said, we are worried about those, and thank you, Sassy Girl sent me this. She said, we are worried about those that wasn't raised the way your job, the raise we want. Your job is to find a wife, not a knife, meaning that a lot of men are finding weapons. And that's not what your wife is supposed to be. You're not supposed to be, but they're selling it to them. And it goes back to what CJ is saying. If these men are raised up to be simps, they're actually thinking that their woman is supposed to be some kind of weapon that you use. No, it isn't. That is not her job. I am the weapon. If you think about what a woman's job is, her job is to be able to focus us. A good woman will focus that weapon. She knows what that thing is. I'll focus this weapon. And that's why I told them in the other show, they couldn't believe it when I said, no, I think women teach men to be ruthless. She's like, what are you talking about? I said, almost every man who was a general and he was a ruthless general, guess who taught him? His mama. Because his mama knew that his daddy was going to tell him, you know, these women need to be taken care of and this flock needs to be such and such. Like Blanche said, it's in our nature. You know what his mama told him? Wipe them all out. Because if you don't, they'll come back.
I think you 1,000%
Jacob and Esau.
I think you 1,000% right.
Esau?
That's what
Jacob and Esau. I'm sorry, CJ. Jacob and Esau, because Jacob's mother helped him deceive and continue to help him deceive. He got that birthright. He got that blessing. She got him to run so he couldn't get killed. Like.
That's
I kind of think, real quick, Cap, real quick, and I think that's what all the shit tests are about. I think women want to turn us into the savage. Like, that's what it is. They don't want us to be these soft men. They want us to be the savage that they like. It's the shit test. It's the it's how they treat us. They like, if I could treat you like this, I know the world is treating you like this. You can't let me treat you like this. Even if you love me, you got to be a savage to the world. The world is not kind. You must not be this kind, gentle man that you're trying to be to me. You must be a savage, nigga. Excuse my language.
No, but that's what go ahead, Cap. But that's what a lot of women will teach their sons. That same thing. They say, hey, you can't sit up here and love these hoes like this. A good mom will tell her son, a lot of these women is hoes, not sit up here and tell you to call them queens. Because bad mothers tell you, I was perfect and no woman will ever. They'll have them dudes getting ran into a buzzsaw when they deal with women. Go ahead, Cap.
I just want to clear up Samson's woman, that would be correct. Job's woman is correct. The difference with Jacob's mother was given that message from God, and Esau actually sold his birthright. So I would say it wasn't.
Yeah, I know, but like, you know, Jacob, he had the cunningness in him until he wrestled with God to get it out. And she did get that information from God. You're very correct about that. Right. But she still led that.
She led because of what God told.
And yeah.
I would say she led because of what God told her. And we can read where Esau sold the birthright. He said, what benefit do I have of this birthright? So by right, it was Jacob's, because Esau sold it. Isaac just didn't know that Esau sold it.
But let me ask you, Cap.
I was just talking about the deception inside of Jacob before the wrestling came, because
he was just a hustler.
That's what his name. That's literally kind of what his name means. And so I understand what you're saying, though, and I'm not saying that you're wrong. I understand that was the calling, and God used his mother to get him to where he was going, so that wrestling with the angel could happen. But was just using the fact that she was the woman and she was over.
But I want to ask you, Cap, To see if where you think about this.
Right.
Do you think I might have been wrong then when I said I think women teach? If somebody can might mute them.
Mute if you are not speaking. I don't want to have to keep repeating this.
Because I don't know what that is. But do you think that a lot of good mothers teach their sons to overcome their nature, which their father would give them, which is have compassion? I think a lot of mothers will try to knock that out of their sons and be like, that compassion gonna get you killed. That compassion gonna get you used by this woman. I think the good mothers are the ones who take that out of them more than fathers do.
Yeah, I think good mothers, like I know my mother used to warn my mother, which I consider my mother a good mother for two things. One, I never heard her utter an ill thing about my father. My father was a heroin addict. And number two, she would warn me about picking the right type of woman. And I remember the first woman I picked, he didn't like her and she let it be known. And you know what? She was right. She was absolutely right about it. And so a good mother knows herself and she knows women. And if she loves her son, she would warn her son about women, even if the father is there. Because the father could be a simp. So a good mother, let's say if that father is the simp, but that mother, she know how women run game. If you got a good mother, you should get the game from your good mother. And let me tell you something. You can get game from a bad mother too by just doing the opposite of what the fuck she doing. When you see that savage, you know that it's wrong. Because a lot of us,
you remember that black mother that went viral? And she went viral because she had two sons that looked like they were going to go pro. And she said she told them boys, don't bring home a single mom or a woman with kids. And they got mad and they told her, but you had some when you got with their daddy. And she said, that's exactly why.
You learn from, like, she can say, yeah, it was a curse when I did it. I'm trying to make sure my son is blessed. I want to correct the mistake. Like if I just mentioned about my father being on heroin. So do I now go get on heroin because my father was on heroin? Or do I stay off heroin so that I can actually raise my kids? And so my kids, you know, Lord allow, they don't be on heroin or some other drug like that. So that is an example of a good, she would be a horrible mother if she said, man, get with them women that got multiple baby daddies. Who cares? And then they whole college career and football career is messed up because of a mistake that they made. So that is examples of good mothers, but they don't get the voice to be heard like they should.
Because I think she said, if she went as far as to say, if y'all might have seen it, she said she'll cut them out of their inheritance if they got a kid out of wedlock.
And what does that teach them? That teaches them to be responsible. And what's wrong with being responsible and having a kid? You know how many of us would not to have had a kid at 20 or 21? We wish somebody could put us on game. But let me, in the black community, not have a kid at 16, not have a kid at 17, to have somebody teach us a little bit, to be a little bit more responsible. You know what I'm saying? So I think those are good things, but that's an example of a good mother, but they won't get the voice heard. They'll say what they call them, pick-me's or some shit like that.
They went off on her saying, but it was so weird. I was like, why is it that we're told we should accept that which our mother were? That is the weirdest thing.
I think they're doing a lot of self-projecting. They see them because I guarantee you the ones that saying she was wrong are single mothers themselves and don't want to see the mistake in themselves. So they're projecting. Don't say that because they immediately think about them. When we all made mistakes, even them being a single mother, you can love your children and still say, I wish I would have been more wiser. It's nothing wrong with saying that. And that's what they don't want to face because they think it's a slight on their kids. It's not a slight on your kid to say, I wish I would have chose better. I wish I would have had it at a different time. I wish I would have did this. And you teaching your kids that so that they don't make the same mistakes. I don't know why we put a pin on what you can recover from, because if a person was a drug dealer or a murderer or something like that, and you want to protect them from that, and you say, don't do this because this is how I became this, nobody has an issue with that. So it should be the same thing. And it's only single mothers. It ain't, if that was a woman telling her daughters not to get with no man with no kids, you wouldn't have heard no uproar. You wouldn't have heard nothing. It's about, like I said, women are park benches, public park benches. and you have to let them be publicly exposed no matter what the cost. There is no protection of that. So
let's jump into this. I want all y'all's opinion on it because we're all social media talking heads. We're all social media, whatever you want to call it. Some might even call themselves experts, but let's ask the topic of the show. Is it time to stop listening to social media influencers telling their perfect lies? Because wasn't he telling for the years they've been together perfect lies? Wasn't Brother Polite telling perfect lies? Hasn't Dr. Umar Johnson been telling perfect lies? Didn't young Pharaoh tell perfect lies? Didn't Derek Jackson tell perfect lies? Can one of y'all talk about why do we, because I've told people since the beginning, I said, don't listen to what the fuck I said if it don't apply to your life. Nigga, I'm talking. When I get offline, I might go do everything I just told y'all not to do. You better see if it works in your life or it doesn't. Can y'all tell us why there seems to be a large natural need for human beings to really invest in other people's lives online?
Can I go first?
Sure.
Because people, they don't really like their lives and being vulnerable. People attack your vulnerabilities. Like the therapy session I had online yesterday, I get a lot of flack from people. And that's part of the reason why people want to paint this perfect picture. Because if I paint the perfect picture,
CJ, quick interjection. I'm so sorry. I never mean to cut into you. Yesterday's live was excellent. You did a very good job. I enjoyed watching it, but continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Thank you. So yeah, people want to paint this perfect picture so you have nothing to attack. It's nothing you can come at me about because my life is perfect. So I can attack your life, but you can never attack mine. And that's part of the reason.
So he argued from the side of the influencer who paints the perfect picture. Y'all can argue from each side, the influencer or the audience. Who's next?
Go
ahead.
Well, okay. I think a lot of times the desperation makes people do desperate things. They're looking for something to cling on to. This phone, this laptop that we have, it entertains us. When you find somebody that's funny, that's witty, funny, and everything else, then they're being entertained. They're not really being educated. Something to take their mind off the BS. And like CJ said, their life is not so good. So they're clinging to something that can make them feel good about themselves. Why do you think the FBAs are sitting out here and they repeat the same thing? You hear a lot of people online, they repeat a lot of the same things that they heard from someone else, but they can't talk past that point. They can't really explain it. That's why we had the brother up here earlier, couldn't explain what he was saying because it was probably something that he heard before and he wanted to come back and repeat it and thought it was going to be something that was going to move the crowd, and it wasn't because we wanted you to elaborate. And yeah, so that's some of the things that I thought of and thought about, but no. I think to answer your question, yes, stop listening to them. Actually sit down and have a conversation with somebody face to face in your area. Talk to them. We have lost the sociability because we are so inundated by social media that we can't even talk to each other, whether it's either about politics, religion, or even just having a real conversation with each other, because we have to go online to find the validation of BS.
I think that the problem with influencers or people that are on social media is that they were given a loaded weapon without having any type of firearm safety instruction. And because of that, they have perverted what this is. One of the things that I learned when I made the decision to actually start doing social media, and a lot of people don't do this, you have to decide what is it that you stand for. You have to pick a side. What is it that you're going to talk about? And one of the things that I learned from Tommy is truth is what matters. And there are going to be people that are going to hate you because you tell the truth, but the truth is what is what we need to hear, even though we may not like it, even though it doesn't always make us feel good. It's what we need to hear. And when you have people that don't make that decision, you have a lot of chaos. You have people being misled, and they think that it's okay to repeat things that aren't true. They think it's okay to get attention by repeating things that aren't true. They don't try to find out or figure out or understand. Tommy has said for years, don't just listen to me and live my life. Look at what it is that I'm telling you, and what you think applies to you, use it. And people will hear that and dismiss it because it don't feel good. It don't make them all warm and fuzzy inside, and they won't get the acceptance and attention from their peers. So they will continue to pervert that thing in which they do and call it content. They'll call it my truth. We have all of these types of fucking just idiotic sayings that we will say because somebody will give it a thumbs up or somebody will give it an emoji. And that's what we have bought into. And once we get to the point to where it is all about the truth and truth tellers, then we can have the conversation. Then we can build. Then we can, even when we don't agree, we can learn how to understand each other. But because of that, and we don't do that, that's why we have the shit that we have today on the internet, where there are people just giving all kinds of mixed messages and half truths because they're doing it for the wrong reason, and that's just to make themselves feel good.
Mike, who's next?
I think in this time, I think social media is like an opioid for the masses. It's a place where they can feel good, they can forget their life. That's one side. And then you have people like the polites and stuff like that take advantage of it. I think so. What we have to realize is that everybody that speaks on social media is not about that. Polite particularly sticks out for me because I was telling people about him since 2013. I encountered him on the street on 125th Street in 2013. And when he started preaching that black woman is God and all that shit, I said he was a hustler. And when I found out that he came up under Malachi Z. York, who was in jail for being a pedophile, I said, this is what he's going to be. And I remember saying that, and they was like, Tazaryach, you hating on him. You mad because he got this. You mad because he got that. And now he's in jail for the same thing Malachi York is in jail for. But that does not stop the drug of social media of them gravitating to somebody else. So then Young Pharaoh is the next one that steps up, or the Derek Jackson or somebody else steps up, because social media has become a place for us to escape reality. Look at this nigga. Now, did you see the video when he was dancing? You got the one where this motherfucker was dancing on the bed? I thought that was Sierra on the bed. Like I thought.
Wait, what? He was dancing?
He was doing these weird moves. He was doing these weird.
Like, you ever seen what's that song Sierra had with Ludacris? And when she get on the car,
yeah,
that's how he was gyrating on the bed. He was gyrating like Sierra. But you know, so there's a lot of blame. So you definitely blame the influencers, but then there's a lot of influencers that are responsible. I'm one of them. Tommy's another one. So you have a lot of people that are responsible influencers. Look at this freak. Look at it, man. You know the crazy part about this Young Pharaoh cat? In I think it was 2020, maybe 2021, me, Young Pharaoh, did a show about Nature Boy, because Nature Boy was another one. And there was a sister that escaped his cult, and her son was in Costa Rica with Nature Boy, and it was my organization that went to Costa Rica and got her son back. And I remember we was exposing him, and that same cat shit Young Pharaoh is doing is what Nature Boy was doing. And so I think this is in social media influence. And so we have to be responsible to not be addicted to social media. Because, yeah, there are influencers, But if you getting seduced, you got to do some self-analyzing yourself. So how are you a grown-ass man or woman that keep getting tricked and you keep looking for the next nigga to fall in love with, the next opioid to get high with? And that's what you're seeing on social media. I land right there. Them claws is diabolical, though.
It is. What's turning them? I throw it to you, and then the next person can elaborate on that too. But what's you said it's the opioid.
Yeah. For the influencers, drugs.
Name all these people who've come in and did the same thing. Mm-hmm. So you got. I remember I had asked my mom before she finally got married, and then when she married to a nigga that he threw bowls and punches, and I kept saying, how every nigga you done been with throw bowls and punches? Are you attracted? Do you put your eye in a nigga's face, and if he punch you, that's who you date? Because it was weird. I kept saying, you stop laughing, Lady CJ, because I thought that might be what they do on the first date. Oh, okay, let's go. But I just like, because every dude that had been with my mama, he would whoop her pretty severely.
Right.
What is making these women say, okay, I'll go from Malachi York to this guy, and they're jumping from guy to guy to guy. The guys are coming in. It's not like it's a new savior. It's the same guy. What's turning them on to that?
I told you, like women. I'll try to say it in a nice way. Women are just naive and dumb, and that's it. And men know that. Men, the smartest woman. I don't know if I can say this name. I don't know how to tell me. I remember Cynthia G, one of the most wickedest bitches on YouTube. Used to talk and thrash black men and got fucked by the same nigga she was bashing. Got pregnant, had a whole baby by the same nigga she was bashing. But she's the smart woman. That bitch just as dumb. I guarantee you that nigga.
How did that happen?
I guarantee you that nigga came and gave her $2 game, Tommy, and got in them draws.
Wasn't even his best game. You said he didn't need his first
$2 game. $2 game. And he got multiple baby daddies, the same, was defeated. Remember, she used to say the black man is defeated. Well, what does that say about her? So women are not
everything she preached against.
Yeah.
Everything. He was the dustiest of the dust.
I mean, the dustiest. I mean, Jesus Christ.
And you got and here's what y'all have to understand and listen to what Cap was saying. This is how crazy what it is. Mm-hmm. Remember, it's their body, their choice. She chose to let him hit it raw. Then she chose to let the semen marinate. Then she chose to let the baby grow for 9 months. She chose this.
Semen marinate.
He could have stopped it at any point. CJ, what would make an individual, and we're talking about the social media, but please tell me, is Cap really right that these women are really just stupid and that's what they're lusting for? Because that is crazy. I'm sorry,
Tell me, identify which she.
I'm sorry. I actually meant Blanche. I meant Blanche. I was thinking. I was saying I was gonna go to Lady CJ. I was like, no, I'm gonna let y'all ladies handle this at the end. Blanche, do you think Cap is right that maybe these women are just stupid and we aren't recognizing it?
I think that I'm gonna say this again. I think that women have the nature of Satan. If a woman is not under a man's leadership and authority, this is what she's going to do. So when you see a woman get on a mountaintop and say, I will never have sex on the first date, what she's saying is, I'm going to have sex on the first date. Anytime a woman proclaims something, she's going to do it. So it's not that she's done. I don't think she's done. It's just she's trying to let you know what she's going to do. Cynthia G is no different. She said, all these black men are dusty. I won't do it. What is she really saying? I'm going to have a child with a dusty black man. So I'm going to go back to a woman's nature. A woman's nature was never meant to exist outside the authority of a man. So if you think about it in the Bible, even with Eve, Adam was essentially a simp because when Eve bit the fruit, she gave it to him. He should have said no. He bit the fruit. So Adam was even a simp. So if you notice about history, the woman went from the father to the husband. There was never this area where she goes out into the world and finds herself. The problem now is women are allowed to have freedom and go out into the world. Again, her nature is not meant to exist outside of the authority of a man. No different than you have a domestic house cat and you have a tiger. If you bring that tiger into your house, I don't care how nice the tiger is, I don't care how well trained it is, eventually you're gonna be in the tiger's mouth. So that's just how it is. So to me, it's just her nature. her nature is not meant to exist outside of the authority of a man. So what we're seeing the results of is women in freedom, and it's never mixed.
You got to do the other side of that though, because I think women will be the house cat. What happens? You put your house cat out in nature.
If you put your house cat out in nature, just like a pig, it'll become a wild boar. The house cat will eventually become wild. It'll be wild.
But usually, most of the time, the house cat doesn't survive.
Yeah, it won't survive. It won't
survive because you've been used to feeding that cat.
Yep.
That cat don't know where to avoid, what water to avoid, what food to avoid, and it usually loses its life. That's why most people who lose their cat outside, that cat dead, lady. It ain't got made.
Okay, that's possible. But even the domesticated.
What I'm trying to ask you is this: do you think that might be the issue that we're having? Because Cynthia G was given a leadership position that she didn't earn, and look what she did with it when she got it. Most of those women that you're talking about, almost every time they given a leadership position, Eve was given a leadership position she did not earn, and she burned the house down. All these women, when they gave every one of these women, they've destroyed their entire village. Women have, because they were given a leadership position they didn't deserve. These social media women, when they've given them a leadership position they didn't deserve, look at how it ended for them.
Cheyenne Bryant.
Look at how it ended for them. I don't think that women are capable in most cases. Now, I'm going to say all. I don't think in most cases women are ready for a bunch of people to follow them.
It's out of order. And the problem is nobody wants to really say it. Again, her nature, think about it. If a woman's nature is to see if the man is the right fit for her, to see if he's the top guy, what is she going to do if she's the one in the position to have the power? All the studies say that women abuse the children more. Women in leadership positions abuse their power. Like women, all the stats say women do all the negative stuff when they have power because it's not meant to be in her nature. And so when we got social media here, what is the qualification to be on social media? 0. So think about something that has 0 qualifications, but you got global impact. You're going to create a recipe for disaster. And to me, that's what you're seeing, especially think about the women's podcast. Over the past 5 or 6 years, these black women been on these podcasts talking absolutely insane. They've been talking crazy. And guess what? Men are listening now. Man, wait a minute, y'all really feel this way? They're like, yeah, we feel this way, y'all. And so now men are adjusting. One thing about a man, we're going to adjust. Men are always going to adjust. But my point is, Tommy, that while I'm saying about the wild animal analogy, my point is that a woman left to her own devices she's coming to destroy. And it just is what it is.
And I don't know why my shirt looked like a motherfucking Predator when he halfway in between showing himself and being disappearing. Why in the fuck is these lines doing it? Nobody told me this shit. Why it look like I'm about to... Why is this lines looking like this? That is
I like
weird.
this shirt. I like it.
No, but look why the lines doing that. It looked like I'm kind of in the Matrix.
It does look like that.
It looks nice.
I think it looks nice too. It goes well with the hat.
It's the Predator. You the Predator, Tommy. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird. It's not even lined. It's doing this on the edges.
Mantis strip with the eyes or something like that. How the eyes move on a mantis strip. That's kind of how that.
Yeah, I think that's why they said. I remember, like when you do television, they tell you what you can't wear because it doesn't translate well with the camera. I think I wore something that don't translate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's pretty damn deep what you and Cap said, like about, and I'll let you finish. With social media, what do you think is making a lot of people listen to these people? Like, we're really enthralled. Like, those black women were really into that black girl being with that white guy on Love Island. Lyric Speak, when I go to her, I'm gonna let her talk about something she sent me about another social media. We're following these people and we're down with them. Why do you think Cap said it was an opioid? Because the people just need it. It feels good to them. Even if I'm hearing him correctly, kind of even feel good to them to feel used.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they're used in real life. Yeah. Real talk. When it's just a reflection of what's happening in their real life. They're used to that abuse. And so that's how they get off. Even the frenzy of, you ever see the negative type of content going back and forth, arguing and screaming and kicking? That's a reflection of their life. That's how they get off. Like where peace is just, and you know, that's some strange shit to me. You like a sissy, like, why you want to be nice? You want to be cool and shit? Like, you know, that's what sounds weird to them. It comes across wrong. When a hoe gets a good man, that's weird to her too. When a man gets a good woman, if he used to, you know, the whole type of woman, that environment is weird to them when they get something like that.
God, dog. I tell you, I said we would Reese Bobby. We gonna always find a rat in our Cobb salad at Applebee's. It's just too. Applebee's has rats. Go ahead, Bletch.
Yeah, and I agree with Cap. I think that the opioid he's talking about is that we are just social creatures. And if you think about how social media is set up, you have a person individually talking into a camera, and to your mind, you think they're just talking to you because you can't see all the people they're talking to. So even though you see like a counter on the screen, psychologically, it's just like your favorite person talking to you on the screen. So it is addictive. So you do become familiar with these people. They do feel like you know them. And so to me, it's really intensified with celebrities, because before celebrities wouldn't even touch social media because it was beneath them. But then all of a sudden they all jumped on social media, and now you got your favorite celebrity. You can tune in, literally watch them speak to you one-on-one. So it can be addictive, especially like Cap said, if your life is, you know, chaotic and you don't have any purpose, any direction. I mean, you kind of, what do you really have going on? You cut on social media and somebody's talking to you. I guess it can be kind of addictive.
Lyric.
Did you call my name?
I did.
Okay. So I agree with everything everybody said. It's almost hard to even come in and speak after that. What a good job, you guys. What a good job. I definitely think the addiction is that those constant shot of dopamine, because and just serotonin, because we don't, it's weird how the brain is set up, and we don't have to work really hard to become depressed or sad or anything like that. But when it comes to getting those shots of dopamine, we have to work really hard for that. So a wise man once said that the first language was curiosity. Tommy, I don't know if you remember saying that.
I do.
But, but he once said that the first language was curiosity. And with that being said, there are so many psychological and social factors that play into people coming online, and that natural need for curiosity to be enthralled in someone else's life, the details of their life, and be able to make a decision over it. It just kind of embodies everybody that comes online and becomes these keyboard warriors, these philosophers, you know, and they're regurgitating things that they think are, you know, essentially, like everybody else said, making them feel good, and they have these addictive powers. And so instead of becoming their own selves, a wise man also once said they build caricatures of themselves. And so these caricatures morph into individuals that are just not real. And then so they don't even know how to play out a real human being in which they are in their real lives. And so they're constantly going online and they're looking for somebody to follow. Because Brian once said there are not that many leaders in this world at all, period. There are more followers than there are leaders. And people are always looking for something to attach to. So even though we have all these people saying, I'm a leader, I'm a leader, I'm a leader, they're actually a follower. And so that's how you can get people to attach to Cynthia G's. It was very good when people was calling her Synthetic G. She was very synthetic because she didn't even believe what she was preaching, because if she did, she never would have threw it back to somebody that was a quote unquote dusty. And we can go on and on and on about people who just tend to mess their entire lives up because they're chasing things offline. And so those are my thoughts. I just think that people are fake when they come online, and that shot of, I want to be something that I really know that I can't be in my real life, and I can get people to believe it online. That's exactly what they do.
And before you go, tell them the story you sent me. You text me this story, and I wanted you to tell it because you could tell it better than me. I just thought it was funny when I read it.
Okay, let me try to remember her name. So there is this Black lady that was an influencer online. Let me look for this message.
While you take a moment to look for that, Jimmy E. Johnson over on Rumble, thank you for the $10 Rumble rant. He said, hello, all you good people. We appreciate you. Hello to you too, sir. Sir Cam One, thank you for the $10 Rumble rant. This is a great show. Shout out to the panel and the chat. Thank you. Grimy Business, thank you for the Rumble rant. Adding some color, salute panel. Looking good, ladies. Thank you. Definitely love the acknowledgement we tried tonight. Okay. Ebola 75. Hell of a name. Thank you for the Rumble rant. Women evil nature is running wild because of men's self-regulation, benevolence, and protective nature.
Are you talking about my man Abulele?
Oh, is that what it is?
Can I call that man Ebola?
I mean, first time.
She called him Ebola.
She did, and she pronounced it nicely.
I don't need no help. I don't need no help.
Hell of a name.
Look, I've had about.
It was close enough, Bevan. It was close enough.
Thank you, CJ. Have my back because they think we arch enemies anyway. Have my back, okay? I've had about 4 shots, okay? I've had about 4 shots. Mind your business. I think I'm doing great tonight. Ebola. Abulele? Okay.
Hey, Ebola sounded better. Ebola sounded better.
I know how to say these things.
That's not bad. I'll take it. I love to spank it. Women's evil's nature is running wild because of men's self-regulation, benevolence, and protective nature. Mofo earlier, think a lion is more savage than human. I have yet to see a lion in Gaza or Ukraine. That was a bar. Rocco D2, thank you for the $5 Rumble rant. Here's the thing about the Talmud Israelite. If I'm a non-Jew, I'm a beast. If so, why should I be nice to people who see me as a beast? All right. Shout out to y'all over on Rumble. We definitely love the color when it's in the chat. Okay. Make sure we hit the Cash App. Okay. 50 ball and higher. Tommy takes a shot. Shout out to you guys over on TikTok. Okay. We have 25,000 likes. We appreciate you. Normally, when we are tuned in directly over there, you guys tap the screen a little more. Let's remember that the engagement is important. Okay. They try to silence Tommy's voice on a regular basis. So anything that is free and doesn't require any financial backing, we would love for you guys to participate. You guys over on YouTube and Rumble, please hit the like button. It costs you nothing. Thank you. Let's continue.
Corey, social media. You got people like this dude who now we're being told 9 years later after we're all supposed to follow him because he's the greatest example of what a man's supposed to do for a woman because he's willing to give her over $100,000 every year that she can stick in her pocket to do whatever the fuck she wants years later, I guess. Because if he's what he's saying is true, should she have 800,000 tax-free dollars right now? Should she just be sitting on that? So
yeah, she should be.
Yeah, she should. She should have 800,000 tax-free bucks, and the IRS should be looking for her. Let's talk to you though, Corey. Why do you think that there's such a movement for people who are supposedly and will tell you they have great lives, they had great leaderships, they're great leaders themselves? How in the fuck they keep falling for a nigga like this? Are they glutton for punishment?
Well, that's one way to look at it, and I can agree with that. But also, I mean, it goes back to me saying the desperation, but not even just that. Like I said earlier, Black women are so easily impressed by someone just saying, I'm gonna throw money at the problem. Why do you think the talk about reparations? Why do you think the whole talk about he gotta be a baller, a shot caller?
Hell, the Democratic Party itself. The Democratic Party itself, they're throwing money and
throw money at it. Throw money at the situation, right? And so now you take that premise, you take it to your relationship. You should throw money at me, even though I don't have to fix my bad attitude, even though I don't have to fix my credit, even though I don't have to fix my spending habits. Throw money at me, right? And yes, anybody that talks about that, now she's going to take it back to either her relationship, or she's going to require from the men that she's dating that what? You should be able to take care of me. You should be able to run $100,000. So for me, it's the desperation. And also people that want to actually live that life. And think about how much money that you have to bring in that you can give someone $100,000 a year. And like you said, even for 8 years, you're going to have millions upon millions just to say, I can sustain this actual salary. Let's put it that way. That's what it sounds like, a salary. So yeah, it's weird to me, but that's just how I feel.
Hold on one second, Tommy. I thought it was 250 a year plus 150. No, she got 250 a year and then 150 per child.
Why are we not whooping this nigga's ass?
How was he able to even afford that?
Yeah, real talk.
To pay her.
That could be a lie.
But Lyric, it goes back to the fact that I got to put on this facade that I am doing that. Remember, we talked about her exposing it, and then when she says, "That's why you really ain't give me no $250,000," slap the shit out. Shut up, bitch! Don't you say nothing to anybody else?
I don't believe that. That's a lot of goddamn.
You can't.
You
cannot sustain that.
He slapped over that 250.
That's what I would have told her. That's what I would have told her. Shut up, bitch. It's it.
For her to think she was even going to get that was just
you sound like corrupt when you said that. The bitch, you mother of a bitch is a bitch. You ain't anybody.
Hey, we might find out that money is the front.
Grip, you punk bitch.
Yeah, we might find out that money is the front.
He said it like he meant it.
Absolutely a front.
Yeah, we're gonna find.
I think it's absolutely a front.
Yeah, we're gonna find out that money is the front, the lifestyle is the front, all that shit gonna come out.
But CJ said it, Cap. He said he don't think, and you can go ahead and elaborate on that, CJ. But Cap, CJ said that money wasn't going away from that house. It was coming right back to that man. That's something he was saying to the public. There's no way he was able to do this. What job?
Real.
If he giving her black eyes, he not giving her 250,000 to just go spend. That money's going right back into rotation.
Thank you.
I got enough gall to hit you and beat you and
where would he get that kind of money, CJ? Where would he get that type of money?
And
that's what I want. And ain't he a Muslim? Ain't he supposed to be a Muslim?
Wherever he get it from, I hope he could teach me.
He was saying like all praises after some of his videos, all praises and shit.
He just trying to sound conscious. He just trying to sound conscious. That's all. He just
all praises, all praises.
You guys,
shout out to Jakeem. Oh, sorry. Shout out to Jakeem giving us a reminder with a rumble behind it. He says, "Sorry, Tommy, but let's get back to what Lyric was trying to say about the messages. I'm curious."
Oh,
I forgot all about that. Yes.
Yes. So there is this woman, her name is Angel Victoria. Let me get it exactly right. She's this influencer online, and
Angel Murdoch.
Thank you, Tommy. So her name is Angel Murdoch, and she lied for 2 years about going to Duke University to be a physician's assistant. She pretended, and she took the internet with her on the journey. So she did get ready with me as I get ready to go to school, get ready with me as I get ready to go to residency. She even faked on the graduation day. She got dressed. I'm still trying to think of where she got the graduation hat, but she got dressed.
Same place that Dr. Cheyenne Bryan got hers. Amazon.
She got dressed. She stood in front of the school, and so then Duke University ended up coming out, as well as some of the physician assistants, students, and was like, "We don't know this girl. We don't know her. Like, she's not enrolled in our school. She's never been enrolled in our program." They started proving it with like pictures, and then they was like they made the internet aware if she was enrolled in school, then how was she on Love Island at this time? Because at that time, our students were doing XYZ. I thought it was absolutely insane.
And yet she went that far.
She went
that far to go on campus, film herself, pretending that she's doing, and everybody's following along with it. So then I have to ask Lady CJ, what makes a person do this? Is it the audience's fault or is it her fault? Because there's a guy that's down here in Atlanta, and his name is the something Saint. I can't stand that nigga, Marquette. This nigga's here in Atlanta.
I don't like that nigga.
And he had a live video where we were supposed to be at, Cap. That was the Beltline where he was at.
Okay.
Where he's supposedly,
that's my fault, ain't it? That's my fault, ain't it?
It is. It's always the light-skinned nigga's fault. But he was at the Beltline and he's supposedly cussing out this white man and telling him, go back. First off, if this was real, that was an assault when he pushed the man. Yeah. It's actually an assault right there. So if this was real, that white man could have had him arrested. But two, you got black people saying PTTS, peace to the saints. And saints, he's been trying to achieve fame for years. You've been watching it. He's been trying for years to be trying to. Kevin Samuels gone. Let me see if I can step in. That's what it was. But the fact that there are people who follow him hollering PTTS and watching this and saying, thank you for standing up to him for us. Who's at fault here? Is it the followers or is it the person who's doing this, what the girl did and what he does, that's just seeking fame at any cost?
I don't want y'all to jump on me, but like people consuming social media just need to grow up. I mean, like Americans need to grow up. This is entertainment. I mean, you barely even know your own self. You don't know your spouse. You don't know anybody. You think you're gonna know an internet person? Like, I mean, you almost deserve it. Like,
hey,
you almost deserve whatever you get following someone. But at the same time, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. What you do, Tommy, you brought your own situation up, is that you take the lesson that the person, whatever you're following this person for some kind of lesson or entertainment or whatever, you take that, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I think about how many people she inspired to become a physician assistant. I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm just
CJ.
I'm just saying.
No, absolutely not.
Look how many people.
Hey, CJ, tell him I'm a glass. I tell him, say I'm a glass half full kind of gal.
Yes, I really am. Like, look how many people that was like, oh, I think I want to be a physician assistant. I don't know why. I think that all experiences can be used, by God. I personally do authenticity, but it comes with great, like criticism. Like somebody in the chat was just talking about my 4 abortions that I talked about last week.
Damn.
I mean, seriously, they literally put it in the chat. I have 4.
I saw that, but I didn't know. I didn't want to mess.
That's how I do, right? Like I can even get up here and lie and be the trad wife and the minister. Like my husband is a worship pastor. I can be the minister's wife and talk. But I personally don't do that because I know that ain't me, right? So I mean, you just take what you get from social media, and if you are following someone like they are your God and they are your idol, then you almost deserve what you get. Like, I mean, it's almost always gonna fall. Like, it's almost
damn it.
Real quick,
honestly, it's like CJ, I didn't even look at that side of it. I'm sorry, CJ, just 2 seconds. I didn't even look at that side of it. I really didn't, because you're right. She probably did inspire some people, and that's the good part. I think the very sad part is the fact that who turns on their camera to live a lie like that? Like, I think that's the part where I'm just like, I need help trying to put somewhere, because I don't understand like who would just wake up every day to lie like that.
Well, it was kind of to my point earlier. You see how they said that about Lady CJ, and we don't know who that person is. We don't know how many abortions they might have had or ABCs, or we don't know what's going on in their life. But they got the nerve to say something about because she was transparent, and that's why people don't like being transparent or like living a double life or a perfect life on the internet, because it gives you nothing to attack.
I gotta say this about Lady CJ, and I wanted to say it earlier, but she's a perfect example of she does what she said. Remember I said that these women aren't able to hear somebody say something that's not praising them. Our first interaction, Blanche can attest to it, I became me. I went Super Saiyan, and I went the absolute fuck off. Then some nigga named Shaq doubles down on it and makes a video that gets 40,000 views of me going the fuck off.
It was great.
He did not take it the wrong way. She said, okay. And even as the interview went, she said, you know what? You may have a point or you may be lame and said, whichever one, go ahead and finish. But she just said, go ahead and finish and let it happen. And now she's here. And even right there, when you tried to say something to hurt her feelings in the comment section, she didn't let that happen either. So she actually is one of the few women who are talking about what a woman should do. She's actually doing it. She's actually saying, okay, if I need to step back because you're saying I'm wrong, I'll take that. And I give you credit for it because I went nuclear and then they put it up again. And you never sat up there and said, fuck that nigga. Why am I gotta get it? I'm gonna get my get back. You just said, well, I sit back and look at it and maybe I was wrong. Go ahead. And it wasn't that you were wrong, you just conceded almost. And I'll ask you before it goes back to the rest of them, where would that come from if you were just like to say, you know what? This nigga ain't my man. I ain't gonna sit there and argue with him like that. If you think he's right, go ahead. Where does that come from? It comes from meeting yourself. That's pretty good.
Oh,
It was me.
I mean, it's just your makeup. Like I have a Trini mom, so it's not very much that can hurt my feelings. My mom goes hard.
No, she said Trini as in Trinidad, not the other thing that you might have heard. Just one minute. That's he kept over that laugh. She didn't say that.
I'm laughing because you said it. I'm not laughing at her.
I'm glad you clarified. I'm glad you clarified, my brother. Thank God he clarified.
I'm laughing at Tommy.
Yeah,
I'm laughing at Tommy, man.
You know, some of it's like your genetic makeup and your circumstances. Like I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, so like I mean, like ain't nobody hardcore like us. I mean, I know a lot of people would disagree, but you know, I just think that what you said I could concede on, and you know, I heard what you said, and I heard your heart, and then I had to also check myself in that interaction because one thing that you said in that interaction was more people want to talk to me than to you, and then I had to check my ego to be like, yeah, like this man came on our show. Like this man is highly regarded. Like he's been on news, you know, he's been on like Fox News. He's been like, and he's taken the time to come and talk to me, and Blanche set this up. So I actually talked to Blanche about it after. I said, Blanche set this up and I'm getting ready to ruin it. So then that's when I just like shut up. So it just takes maturity. That's why I said like grow up. America would be a lot better place to live if people just grew up.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful, CJ.
I mean,
can I say one thing y'all have in common, you ladies? And I'm gonna let Brian go. All of these ladies, I realized something. Women that respect men are slow to be offended. So I think that all three of you ladies don't get offended because you actually respect men. So when men are even talking or critiquing, you don't even, I don't know. I just feel like when they respect men, it gives them a different disposition. They don't get easily offended. I just want to say that.
Yeah. I think that I agree with you. I agree with all of you. I think this conversation is so lovely. So I just want to say good job to everybody because it's just so lovely. It's so nice.
Tommy over there making a mess.
Yeah, I agree with everybody. Everybody just so nice.
It's so nice.
Tommy, did you hear what I said though? You walked away. I want to make sure you go back and watch.
We heard you.
I heard you.
Tommy's beard was too big. Tommy, your beard was skeeting.
It was. And you know what's messed up? Because you so used to reacting certain ways. I was afraid that if it came out, my natural reaction would be to catch. And I said, wait a minute.
Oh, man.
Boy,
It's got a beard. You don't let it spill. You just go to get it. But if somebody's watching you, yeah.
Like, y'all see what Tommy did with that long neck?
Give you some fingernails.
Thank God when I saw it coming up, I went.
You know, back in the day, they used to call them beards long neck beards.
Yeah, if you look at my first reaction, if you rewind it, I was like.
At least he didn't lick the side. You know, we didn't see that.
Oh my God!
I said, wait a minute, the internet is forever, nigga.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to the ladies tonight. I definitely enjoy being up here with the sisterhood, you know, the girl that you do champion. So thank you. It's always a pleasure. I do enjoy sitting with the fellas, but it's always nice when the ladies are able to sit up here with me. So thank you.
Corey, y'all do a show where y'all just talk shit or tell us what we think. We can't say shit.
You said you want a show like that?
Yeah, just once a week. I'll let y'all handle it. I'll put together a bunch of y'all, and y'all just talk and let us be a fly on the wall. I don't want to moderate. I want to do not. I just want to watch y'all talk, because if we're asking y'all to listen to us, especially if you're watching me, yeah, I listen. Y'all got to listen to some wild shit I'm saying. Like I talk about that woman that was thick, because I done slept with that lady. I want everybody to realize, just in case that woman is watching, lady, I will give you all this day is waiting for you.
You know what? That's your second time out. That's your second time out. And DB Loco just put $50 in the chat. He said one more shot for the rose. So take
you don't call that man D Block Soldier. I'm tired of telling you it's D Block Soldier every time. You don't call him
You put your glasses on.
Oh my God, DB, I'm so sorry.
You know what? Names are difficult. Names are difficult. Melanin.
Look, I had like 4 shots. I'm not even gonna lie. I had like 4 shots. But all the words, I read all the sentences. I might not get y'all names, but I read every sentence correctly. I did not.
She did. She's filling the sentences. It's her names is what
did that, so it's all right.
So it's only names. It's only names, and you know names are different. But let me tell you what a fine woman can get away with. Do you know every time she says these men's names wrong, they never correct her.
Period.
They be like, call me whatever you want to call me.
And it's appreciated. It's appreciated.
But when is the Girl on Girl show?
No, I'm saying I would like to put them.
When is the Girl
Hey,
on Girl
girl,
show?
I heard what you did.
We can definitely do that, ladies.
I heard that.
Besides us 3 on the panel, right? Because we definitely love a good tussle, okay? So Tommy is streaming across platforms. Sassy Girl is in the building over on TikTok as well. Her audience, my audience, Tommy's audience are all tuning in, okay? Ladies, we love a good debate, okay? As long as you don't mind some decorum, we definitely love it. It doesn't need to be an echo chamber, but since Tommy is requesting for an all ladies night, we can definitely make that happen, okay? So hit any of us up and we will take care of that for you. Tommy is going live, okay? When we wrap up the show, I'm not sure if he's going to do TikTok or what he's doing, but he is going to restart up and do another live.
I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah, I was about to say we was up all night. Tommy was acting up on TikTok all night, and y'all missed it. Okay, Tommy was the man last night. Okay, I didn't go to bed till like 4 in the morning.
You did well. I did homework all night.
Yeah, he was recording live, so it is up on Rumble. Please remember to follow Tommy on Rumble and Fight Club. Okay, all the links are in the bio over on Rumble. But Tommy was a pleasure and a riot last night in all the best ways. Okay, we was definitely tearing up the environment, and he caught it all on film. So please make sure that you tune in to that and follow Tommy on TikTok as well. Okay.
You know, my last night when he did that show with them autistic kids.
Oh God.
They were worse.
That was really good. It was really good to see him working with those special ed people.
Hey,
like
Cap,
that.
I gotta bring you on the TikTok with me so we can go ahead and just get my channel deleted quickly.
No,
I'll be we are working.
I
follow
all
do
the
it,
rules.
girl.
Did a good job the other
follow
night
all
too.
the
Cap
rules.
had a show on TikTok live, and it was well. It went really well. I watched his show. I also said hi to him, you guys, and he didn't speak to me, but he did well on his TikTok.
You follow all the rules.
Who, me?
Cap did, yeah.
She said you follow the rules.
Yeah, I followed. You was on my live, Lyric. I didn't see.
I was on your live. I said hi to you 2 times.
Oh, I didn't see it because
me and Cap used to be friends, and I think we only friends when we here.
You for real?
You gotta get back
No,
friends.
you
I'm just
saying, girls, we could jump him. We could definitely jump him.
We can jump him because let me tell you, Melanie,
he definitely jump him
here.
Okay.
I was like, hi Cap, and I thought to myself, maybe he doesn't know me because
I didn't
I'm not
see
on
you.
Tommy's panel, and
Yeah,
that's
I didn't
okay.
see you. I didn't see you.
You looked at my name.
How could I look at you?
Doesn't
You
change.
saying I looked at your name on TikTok?
Hold on, she saw you do like this, Cap.
Yeah.
He didn't know exactly what I said.
That's not crazy. Hey,
Tommy,
so
he did
what's your
this.
name? What's your name?
He
on
did
TikTok?
this.
What's your name on TikTok?
Lyric speaks.
He went like this. He went.
Lyric.
Nah.
Right, he did it.
I was on
Anyway,
live because
anyway.
I
Like I was
followed
saying.
you. I saw you live and you were talking and the show was going pretty well. And somebody came in and asked a dumb question, and I'll prove it to you because a lady, she cut in and you was like, oh, since she just wants to jump ahead of everybody and go, she can go ahead and speak. And then I said hi to you at that time because I was like, oh, he's gonna see me. No,
But I don't be looking at it's hard for me to look at the comments all the time, so I don't see him. I can't find your name on there either.
Cap do that shit all the time, Lyric. He got me banned. I'm banned on all
I
this shit.
requested to follow you.
I got all kind of women trying to get at me. I can't tell the difference
Let
between
me see if I get melanin. Let me get melanin. What's your name on
Yeah,
there,
because don't think I didn't notice Instagram. I'm saying
Melanin.
we had our differences on panel, but you know,
No, I thought we was fine. I didn't know.
like-
I thought maybe you blocked me or something. I thought you was
I did
mad.
not. That was all you. I just went to go double check.
No, see, we all love over here, Cap. We all love you. See how I never blocked you. You didn't block me.
That's
we just
right.
kept on
But
seeing who was
Melanie, I thought Melanie was hating on me. Melanie,
No,
actually, I can't even.
you was
Is it,
mad at me, Cap. I was just
I
trying
was
to
never mad at you.
You told her she was a pedo
I was
protector.
just trying to have an honest conversation. You know what I'm saying? And it
You
got
told
Let
this
me
lady
tell
she
you
was a
something.
pedo
Let me tell you
protector,
something. No
sir.
matter how crazy the back and forths I've ever had, when it's over for me. I don't keep none of it. I don't keep none of it. It doesn't matter. Always
Cap,
remember that.
Jeanette,
But I gotta find y'all before
find them right now, and while you finding them, y'all give him your information. But while you finding him, I want to shout out the girl Kanai. Kanai said, "I see Blanche on IG, and I follow him."
I got Lyric. Let me follow.
So
back.
you have a beautiful woman over here on TikTok who says she follows you.
Kanai is amazing. That's my heart.
Yeah,
Right?
she said she follow you. She said she see you on IG. She didn't talk. She on TikTok talking about IG. She is she's set tripping. She's set tripping.
Hey, Melanie,
They love
Melanie,
Blanche.
can you message me on this because I can't find you.
Yes, I'll do
I'm
it.
gonna ask you, Blanche. How do you feel that sometimes you think you'll be saying things that may offend some people? Because I know me and Cap been doing it for a while, so it's kind of normal.
Right.
But how do you feel when it gets to the point where you think you may be offending, especially women, and you see that they will actually click with what you're saying? How does that feel when it happens?
When I offend them or when it clicks?
No, when it clicks with them. Like you said something, and you think, these bitches gonna be mad. Oh, excuse me, not bitches. These These women are gonna be upset.
No, but you gonna stop playing. You know what, Tommy? You gonna stop. I'm sorry to just interject real quick. You gonna stop playing with me about TikTok, okay? We is building over there. We is doing great things.
See, you didn't follow me, Melanie. I found you. I'm
trying to step over the line, see what happens.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna need you to
Let me help you with TikTok.
That's what I'm doing. But CJ, when you do it, I'm not CJ, but Blanche. You know when you say something, you think, I believe I'm going to offend them, but I need to say it. And then the response is different than they were offended. They actually got it. Like if y'all have noticed today, we were a bit in unison when it came to like the structure of the household and family and women. I think the audience was more shocked at the fact that these women were just as adamant about structure.
Right.
See, how do you feel when you look and you say, they get it? Or when you and Lady CJ are talking and you say something and she says, yeah, I see that. How does that feel when you know you about to say something? It's like when you fought on your girl and she just hugged you more. Hey, maybe I'm just a nasty nigga. But no, you know, you do something and that person says it's okay. It's okay. I feel I know what you're trying to say. How does that feel when you get that response instead of fuck you, nigga?
It gives me hope, honestly, man. And it lets me know that, you know, God is still real because women out here that actually got some sense. And so I'm appreciative, honestly. Even being on this panel right here with these lovely ladies, you know, good looking women, and they got some sense. So it's just a blessing. You know, I just think it's just great. They're rare, but it's great.
It is. Like I tell you, I think that's why. And I watched, like, one of the first things Cap did when he started doing shows with me was he protected me with that bubble, saying to his audience, I'm not going to let y'all disrespect him because I brought him here. He told him this up front. Y'all are not going to disrespect this man. And they followed along. They said, you know what? We will listen to see if what he's saying bothers us. And then it was a few of them, like his moderators, start following me on social media, was like, he's not as bad as we think. And I think that's rare, where even Lady CJ was like, you're not as bad as that nigga you gave me when I met you. Seriously, that's hard for somebody to do. It is. Melanin's right now saying, Cap, we need to be following each other. She didn't say none of what happened is a thing that's no, nigga. Even if
I like Melanin personally.
Yeah, she's good. She said, even if you disagree with me on that day, you can't stop me from liking the other stuff you do. She said, and you, you're gonna and that is rare. The woman who's following me here, she could have she's shouting all of y'all out. I don't know where she came from. She said the words that I love to hear when she said, oh, before I come up there, I'm gonna have to talk to my husband. There's been a few girls who've done that.
Ooh.
Somebody else will call that woman a pick me. Someone else will call that woman weak. That woman is saying, listen, Cap got a lot of y'all can't keep one woman in order. Cap ain't had several women who've come out and said some stupid shit like this dude. Like, Cap, how much testosterone goes through your body when you hear the story about this Yaya asshole and what he's going through? You saying, I ain't never gonna have to deal with no shit.
Yeah, I don't know how to go through that. Like and I've been blessed. I thank the Most High that I haven't gone through none of that. But I don't know what I would. The closest back in like 2015, Polite contacted some woman that I had dated before. They did like a tag team and was trying to say I was like abusive and stuff like that. And I was like, hey man, go out there and do it. Do your thing. Because I didn't do none of this shit. I'm like, good, do your thing and shit like that. And then she ended up asking me to get them to stop talking about her after the shit was over. Because she thought she was ending me. She thought, I'm going to put an end. I'm going to put a stop to you, Tazaryach. And they was talking about her so much. She called me and was like, can you get them to stop? I said, bitch, this is what you wanted.
Yo, you did it.
Like, you did it. Like, I wouldn't stop you. So I don't know what that feeling, but I'm also not scamming women. I'm not scamming women. I'm not beating women. I ain't lying to women. So, well, I beat women, but just not in a way that they don't like. So
you and Mr. Fantastic gonna have to fight now because that's his damn line as well.
Oh, that's his line? Oh, okay.
Yes,
I got it from 50 Cent. 50 Cent had a whole song. I beat it up. It's a whole song.
That's what he said. Mr. Fantastic, he said both. So y'all both got to go. Y'all got to battle that out on that. But yeah, it's a thing to where what I love about this every Tuesday, like there's genuine respect in me, and I appreciate you for doing what you did, Melon, when you just say, hey, Cap, nigga, we need to follow each other. I ain't gonna play with you no more.
Right.
We need that.
That was dope.
It's literally, y'all don't understand how big that was. And it's a thing. And I like when Lyric was like, I was in your comments saying, you better acknowledge me next time.
Yep, I'm gonna be looking
That's
for it
we
next
are
time.
family. Yeah, no,
She gonna slow my whole live stream down because I'm gonna have to look at every single comment to see if she comment now.
Because we family.
Right.
My mama be like, if I'm doing a show, she be like, hey boy, you see me out here in the audience here, you better, before you tell the next joke, you better acknowledge that I'm out here. And that's kind of what family is. It's been a few of your dogs, Cap, that I'm on Facebook. Hey, I'm down with Cap. You thought they like said, you better acknowledge me. You better acknowledge me. To me, that's family.
Right. Yeah, that's dope.
And it kind of lets you know. Well, think about what it does, that lady CJ. It kind of lets you know. I ain't gonna agree with everything you say, and I'm probably gonna say something that you don't like, but we cool, right? It sets you up.
Yeah, and it's important in this space. Blanche and I was talking the other day about it. It's, I mean, like being in the conservative space, especially. I know some of us are less conservative, more conservative. It's a spectrum, but like the reason why a lot of conservatives are not, they don't want to come out and say what they believe is because they feel like they're going to be all alone. So I don't have to, like, some people in this space, they may be conservative Trump supporters, some may not be, but either way, loving each other, respecting each other, and is so important because it provides a community. So I love that you're doing this, Tommy. I mean, it's so necessary. So you don't feel like you're alone, because more people are not going to want to speak out if you out there just fighting and getting thrashed,
And besides that, why can't we disagree and talk about it?
Agree.
Even if it gets a little hot, I love a good tussle. I love a good tussle, but keep it on the topic. Keep it on panel. Like, fight me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but why do we have to get disrespectful, especially women, especially TikTok? Ooh, TikTok is crazy over there. And sometimes the girls try it on panel, and then you see the woman, the way she responds to the situation. That's how you figure out who she really is. So that's why I love a good tussle.
I'm about to talk lyric speak, but I gotta say this. And did you see, Melon, have you noticed, when you come in just a swinging the sword, they try to play me and tell me, you're gonna let her keep doing this? And I say, yep. And then it makes them feel, well, I went on another show, the news said, the man said something, and I said, well, the only reason I'm here is because she told me to come. He said, what? I said, yeah, she hadn't told me to come, I wouldn't have came, but since she told me to come, I have no choice. And I was making a joke, but I was telling the truth. I said, she has that kind of pull. But the woman today, after disrespecting the hell out of me, when Melanie stood up, she told me I should shut her down. Where's the logic in that? And I told him, Cap probably could speak to this more. If you disrespecting him and his woman standing between him to address this other woman and say, I'm not gonna let you address my man and whatever, how dare that woman look past that, your wife, and say, you're not gonna correct her? No, you was out of line. She's correcting you.
Right. That ain't happening.
I have nothing. How would I look telling my girl now to shut up for you who has no respect for me?
Right. What would I do that for? Fuck.
Yeah. That's why it's so important for us to stick together.
That just proves how much women are getting away with.
Right.
They think they try to go to the host. Do you understand? I'm a moderator. It's not like I'm just speaking out of turn. And even if I was, I'm not wrong. You know when I'm wrong because a man will step in and correct me. Mm-hmm. It's not like I don't take correction. If he wants me to stop getting in your ass, if he wants me to stop muting you, if he wants me to stop correcting you, he will tell me. I listen out for the voice of leadership. You run nothing over here. And if I've earned this spot, I think what I do is a reflection of him. And if not, he will correct me. But too often, women want to stand and tussle with men online, on TikTok. But if we were face to face, you would yield to that voice, to that authority. So why should I sit by and let you do this when we know in reality it would be face to pavement if you kept on? Men do not do this. They're going to talk for so long, and then it's going to get physical to just go ahead and finish it out. And they're going to shake hands and everything after. But you know that a man is not supposed to address you in an aggressive manner.
Right.
So why are you abusing that? Somebody didn't get a whooping growing up.
That's what I hate.
You're saving me from me. You were saving me from me.
Yeah, because they're trying to get you flagged. Yeah, and I already know that you're not gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'd rather step in. But you see, when it's you and men, I stay out of it. The only time I get involved is if you telling them more than 5 times to stop.
But they tried that with Cap. They was like, Cap, you just gonna let him say that? Cap said that's a grown man.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him say it. I don't get it, man. I don't understand none of that logic. I think you do a great job, and I think it's good when they see women being able to facilitate, because that's what we always ask. We ask for a woman to be able to be in order and know how to do it, and then when they execute it, you get mad. Why get mad at that?
Because I'm supposed to be a girl's girl.
That's what a girl's girl is, though.
Yeah,
exactly.
A girl is a bitch. A girl's girl is literally a bitch. A girl's girl is a girl that stands up for things that are wrong and covers them up under the guise of we get along. And I always tell women there's no such thing as a girls anyway, because I can fuck your girl. If there were really girls, how am I able to sleep with your girlfriend? How am I able to sleep with your sister? How am I able to sleep with chicks that you... And men can tell you, typically, if I've slept with one girl in a group, I can sleep with multiple girls in the group because they don't like
all of them. All of them.
Yes.
It's true.
Most girl groups, they can't even stand each other in most girl groups.
Right. Right. They don't even like each other.
Nope.
It's mad because you've been married too long. Sick of you talking about your husband. Sick of that. I'm going to show you he ain't your husband. But Lyric, you said that there was something you wanted to say, and I just wanted to say to what Melvin said, I think that's the one thing I'm most proud of. I think the more we all feel comfortable with each other, the more we feel comfortable enough to disagree. Mm-hmm. That's where we need to be. But go ahead.
I just wanted to say that there's a difference that comes in with you and Brian, and I'm probably biased having known you guys for so long. There's like, you're both authentic, and
you was trying to say authenticity, but it fucked with you, so you stopped.
So I just skipped over it. And so I like that because it translates across like the screen and on every panel. And when you were talking about how you and Lady CJ, had a little spat at first and then kind of got over it, you do wear your heart on your sleeve. And sometimes it's unfortunate. And sometimes it's not, because I think that so many people are used to acting in a character that they're not, that they forget who they really are.
Carnival Cars, all right, sir.